sending troops and it's humanitarian aid and all of these different things. That's the Western world with their understanding of what humanity is collectively. You know what I mean? That who gave that to us? Like we're acting like that is we should be bigging that shit up. But it's like we tearing it down because somehow we think that's the white since it comes out of Europe, right? Or the European matrix, then it's something that we're gonna not acknowledge or look down on it when all of humanity benefits from it. Now they might not all benefit from it at the same time. But just like the Constitution was written and everybody didn't benefit from that Constitution at the exact moment of penmanship. But the groundwork that was laid in that document will later bequeath what was in it to the rest of Americans. That's the beauty of it. These documents, I think they was even talking about the Magna Carta. You can even go back to the documents that was written during the French Revolution in France. And all of those things is how the Western world now frames, you know what I mean, its humanitarian outlook. And I don't think we're giving that enough credit because, like I said, slavery and the basing existed all around the world. That is not, Europeans did not create it. You dig what I'm saying? But they have been the biggest ones in making humanity a universal thing for all human beings. That's around the world. The British fought all up and down the west coast of Africa to stomp out slavery. They even made treaties with African nations to stop selling fucking slaves. And said, since we created this, right, or this trade, we're going to now trade y'all and y'all other goods if y'all stop selling human beings. Give me your palm oil, your coconut oil, your coconut, all of this. Give me this. I'll buy that if you stop selling human beings. But we act like we won't even acknowledge that. We'll act like it was only an economic thing. Like, yo, no, human beings are more than just thinking about economics. And the fact that we don't believe that because for some reason we really do think the white man is the devil.
No, Chef, I don't think it has it. I don't think it has anything to do with a person's complexion or ethnicity. It's the mentality. So it has like not everybody's looking at it because it's white people. It just has to do with the mentality of the person. It doesn't matter if they were polka dot, but it is business. It's always business, bro. It's not. They don't deem it as personal, and it's always. It's like you're giving these examples in history of how they didn't change, but why did they change? Why did they change their position on things? If they're gonna, if it's business, it's too much. Listen, you have to think about the ships that have to be made, the chains that have to be made. So now you need blacksmith and stuff like that. There's labor that goes into it. There's ports that have to be made. There's travel that costs money. There's a lot of things that go into it's just not it was no longer profitable. You got people that's killing the property, i.e. the African. So now you're losing more money. It just wasn't it became not profitable and they just transitioned to a different means of doing it. I don't why would you give them credit? Like for what?
Because why would but why would not? If the British, right? If the British what was it called? What was that squadron called? Um what was that shit called? Their West African Navy squadron that you know what I
Oh,
mean?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they liberated, right? They
Mhm.
captured over 1,600 slave ships on the high seas. They motherfucking freed over 150,000 captured slaves and
You ready?
resettled them back into Africa. Like, why wouldn't
But
if I'm gonna talk about how a motherfucker enslaved people and they oppressed them, but I'm not gonna talk about the shit that they did to stomp that shit out, yo, then I'm being a
so
hypocrite.
so let me ask you this, Chef. If they liberated, right, then explain that after all
I
this
can't
supposed
explain everything, but I
liberation
try.
and this they did so much now for Africans and others, then why do they have colonies? If they were so good and they were so, oh my God, God spoke to me. We have to stop selling Africans and abusing them, but we're gonna have colonies. This shit was going on, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like it still went on. Things still happen. You still have colonies
Listen,
today, bro.
I'm
It's
not
not.
saying I'm
Good, good. Because you ain't told
I'm
the
not
whole story about
it
them
ain't
Brits.
I'm
Yeah,
not
he's
saying
not. He's not. He's
You
forgetting to
didn't
keep
tell the whole
peace.
story about them
No,
Brits,
he's
Chef.
not.
You taking
Yeah.
advantage of what niggas don't know right now.
hmm He's
You
not.
didn't tell the whole story. See, your stories be sounding real amazing,
Praying. Yep. Yep.
right? They
Praying.
be sounding real amazing. But in the
Right.
1700s, the British was the largest slave trade nation in the world.
Yep.
Their wealth, them same ships they used to catch the slaves, the empire was built on slavery. So the
then they
same
hmm
ships
changed.
that they
Weren't
put
the
to
Then they
catch
Islam
the
changed.
other. Let me
wasn't the
finish.
Islamic
Let
faith?
me finish. I know I cut you off, but let me just finish. I know I cut you off, Chef. I ain't gonna disagree with that. But then when they focused on the systems and the structure, they freed ships. After they got those Africans, they took them to British colonies, put them into apprenticeships that look exactly like fucking slavery. They didn't return them to their homes. It wasn't no, this was business. It was still business. They weren't, this wasn't moral. They wasn't attacking the structure of slavery. They wasn't attacking the systems. They just went and took those slaves and put them into slaves in Sierra Leone. And most of them people died on the way to that shit anyway.
Yo said
So if
they
you
wasn't
created
attacking the
it,
system.
no, but the only way you could be morally trying to end slavery versus moving slaves from your slaves to my slaves and saying I'm getting the credit. I intercepted 1,600 ships and took all
Yep.
of them slaves and made them your slaves. You don't get no. That's not liberation. You didn't. And then on top of that, the ships that you used to get them 1,600 ships, the only reason you got this navy and this empire is because of slavery in the first place, because you was the largest in the 1700s. Why are you
Because of
talking
the
about
wealth.
1806 if you ain't talking about 1706? How were they even able to do it? Slavery. I'm not going to
And
give
if
them credit for that.
and I add a little component to that, Brass,
Yeah.
because I know Chef was cooking on some piece. Then the British Parliament by the 1830s and the 1840s declared they were going to create a crusade against slave ships that was moving in between the Atlantic.
Yeah.
Uh, well, actually, that went on before that. But they begin to undermine the tentacle of labor that America was filtering itself on that allowed it to break off from. Man, it
They
has
were
this
trying
on
to shut
record.
us off.
It was trying to set us off. It was
Yeah, they
trying
was
to
trying to
cut the
shut us off.
tentacles that was making the colonies wealthy. In the debate between Lysander, I think it's like Lysander Spoon and not Frederick Douglass, William Lloyd Garrison.
Yeah, Garrison.
Lysander was one of those. He made it clear that the Constitution was an anti-slavery document coming from the position that you coming from, Chef. But William Lloyd Garrison was like, no, we burning the Constitution every single opportunity that he get. But one of the criticism that Spoon put against the British Parliament is that the motive behind them confiscating Portuguese and American and other ships on the Atlantic was to try to economically undermine the colonies from the development of cash crops that they had at the time. That was his critique on the British Parliament because he was listening and reading their documents and listening to their confessions. So that right there, it was obvious that the British was not trying to create a crusade out of morality. It was because when you cut off the tentacles of how they was making their money for almost 100 years, they have to undermine that opposition in the exact same factor. And they put military brigades across different ports of the Atlantic Ocean to try to stop any type of imported bodies going that will fuel this new economic empire in the colonies that they lost. So I don't know. There's historical documents, bro, that I don't think it substantiate what you're trying to argue, Chef. It gets real complicated.
Abolitionists, Mujasi. Those are keep talking about abolitionists. That's two abolitionists talking to each other.
That's right. They debate with each other.
Yes. Right. Spoon is saying we have the right and the power to stop slavery. Garrison's telling them, bro, the whole system is messed up. You gotta stop the system. Forget the slaves. In order to fix the situation, you got to stop the system. And if you ain't trying to stop the system, then you ain't trying to stop slavery. You just moving slaves from one place to another.
No, but I said that earlier. I was mentioning that because I was saying it was business. People said, why did they strike? It was business. Because the colonies weren't at advance because they were still using slaves. So they had to stop them. But people acting like the grace of the man. People saying, oh, they were abolitionists, it was a moral. No. Morality, some people had some moral excuse, yes, but they weren't the driving force behind the end of slavery. It was a business decision. So that's why I don't put the moral context into play. Because if we put it into play, person is going to start leaning on it as the primary reason. And it was never. If I would give it 10% if I give it that much. I'd give it 10% if I'd give that much. But it was never.
Stupees, even if it was 25%, I'm talking about the thing that pushes the button.
Yeah.
There's always been morality, but the button ain't gonna be pushed because of morality. The button gonna be pushed over politics, self-interest, and economics. Bro, when y'all talk about abolitionists, because y'all learn that word in school, all y'all think is slavery. You know that a lot of them abolitionists, like Garrison was saying, get rid of the whole system.
Yeah.
Not forget slavery. It ain't just free the slaves. No, it's the whole system is messed up. Because even after you free these people, they're still going to have to live in this corrupt system. So you had abolitionists that realized the problem wasn't slavery. The problem wasn't slavery to all abolitionists.
That goes back to what I originally said. Either you said system, either you work within that system, right? Become a square, or you start your own business and create your own system.
Well, we're talking about slaves.
Hypocrisy
Tony, we're not talking about 2025.
But I see you guys talking about the West this way and that way, but then you go back to the West for all your necessities.
No, we're not talking about 2025. I'm talking about a slave in 1830.
But this is how it all started.
This is how this whole conversation started. You're free, now go start a business.
Working within systems.
This nigga said start a business, bro.
You're like, I'm gonna tell a slave in the British Empire that just got taken off of a slave ship.
I'm saying today,
to Sierra Leone, go start a business.
For
example, I need you to work within the system.
You can become your own contractor.
I know y'all think business is easy. If y'all got a job, bro, I'm gonna give all the people in here that got a job some advice. Go to work tomorrow. Because you don't want these problems, bro. These challenges. You don't want entrepreneurial.
You want to continue sticking to the system. You want to keep these people under the system.
No, I want a person that's going to work, not to see a motherfucker on a truck in Instagram talking about how great it is. Go out there, lose his wife, his family, his house, and his shirt.
If you ain't profitable,
you're talking about the current system that is very oppressive against slaves. But yet you want to continue working with that system to see if they give you a little peace. It doesn't make
working on a job is not working in the system. Working on a job is having a job.
You're probably working under a white man. You're probably working under a white man. You're probably working under a white man, or a white man is supervising you.
Where you work at?
I have my own business.
He's the white man that owns his own. He owns his own.
See, there you go. You see, now I'm a white man, right? Because I own my own business, and I chose not to work within the system. So I chose to work out of the system. My children do not work within the system.
Tony,
every time I say that,
you call me a white man.
I forgot, bro.
You guys, you keep on crashing. You keep on crashing when you do dumb shit.
When somebody says, I mean, I own my own business.
I want to be.
My red flags automatically go up.
Yeah, I want to be clear to the.
That's why. That statement alone is kind of suspect to me.
Right, but I want to be clear.
They be like, "Well, Corey, what you do?" Well, I own my own business.
A responsibility.
Yeah, but I want to say something to Tony real quick.
So
I want to say something to Tony real quick.
Failure
that sounds suspect, bro.
I know, but Corey, hold on. I didn't mean to call that man a white man. That's slick. I meant to say you're a black man that owns your own business. If I wanted to disrespect you, Tony, I'd do it. I'd have no problem with it. But I didn't mean to call you a white man. That wasn't on purpose. It was a Freudian slip.
That's what's inside of you. You see success. You see somebody doing for themselves. You say that. Well, that's white.
Come on, man. He apologized.
Yeah, like God. No, rub it in on it.
That's donkey shit.
Rub it in on it.
I just apologize.
I would, Tony.
You said when I see success, I see a white man. Come on, bro.
Tony don't never win, right? This is your chance right here, Tony. I would rub that in like a motherfucker. Like it's his mind state that thought. So when you said you own your own business, his mind state automatically went to white man, bro. You got it wrong with that,
bro. Even apologize for it.
Hey.
I wasn't talking about all white people. I called you a white people. I'm just saying because I called you a white person.
Where do your customers get their money
from? No, I'm just a nigga that
makes
more than your father.
Get their money from?
Since you want to be disrespectful, I'm a nigga that's worth more than your father. Be careful when you talk to me.
You have no other way.
He don't want to see a black man own his own business.
Yeah. I don't know.
They didn't like to hear that. When you said you own your own
under a white man,
that was
you might not want to. You might not.
Somebody here.
Stop complaining about the white man. Create your own system. You know what I'm saying? Create your own system, create your own success, and pass it along your children. Stop relying on white people. Stop it. They're not going to give you anything. Y'all just spent a whole 4 hours talking about how oppressive they are, how not cool they are, this, that, and the other thing.
The whole topic.
You're still waiting on them to do something.
The topic of the show.
That's because they don't own their own business, Tony.
See, you're not even listening to the show. The topic of the show is motherfucking Chef saying you said that we talking bad about the white man and Western civilization. The goddamn topic of the show is that they the greatest liberators and champion of human rights in history. You're not even following what we talking about. And Chef is a nigga Barber nigga from Baltimore. Barber blood. That nigga's in Baltimore saying this. I'm surprised somebody in the fucking shop ain't got up and hit him upside his head for saying this wild ass shit. You just once you get on so much I could say. I'm gonna just let it go.
Say. So much I can say.
I can't say it, stupid.
You can't have it both ways, man.
I can have it. I can actually live in a way where I can have it however I want.
Can't have it both ways.
I can have it however I want.
Okay, let's see how that works for you.
No, you mean how it's working for me? Like I don't look at white people and see, oh, well, they just successful. I don't look at them as an emblem. I got this father, right? He's black as hell. And I could follow just him. I don't gotta look outside my own house for elders and teachers and examples of success. I could look at my family, my brothers, my sisters. I could go right in my household. I could look at my wife and say that. I don't need to go out and look for white examples of success to figure out how to.
That's good for you. A lot of these folks don't have fathers or have a great opportunity.
What are you talking about?
You know what I'm talking about.
No, I'm asking. You just said they all don't have fathers.
I didn't say all. I said not all of us have dads. You know what I'm saying? Like you
how the fuck did y'all get here?
You know what I'm saying? Don't be silly. Like you understand what I mean. You had a great.
No, but I want you to
everybody had a great.
Say it. No, I know. I'm not being silly. I just want you to say the whole word. I want you to say the whole thing. Most black people grew up with single parents.
to say what I'm going to say. My point
is, I'm just saying. Are you trying to say that most black people grew up without single or in a single parent household? Is that the term you trying to get to?
I wouldn't say most, I wouldn't say most, but I'd say that's a good a reason for a lot of problems.
Brass, you're playing with your food.
You're gonna try to
chef. I mean, I'm my fault. Hey, Soupies, I can't say everything though, because I'm trying to be somewhat unbiased and let the man speak, because it's my panel. I ain't trying to, I'm hosting the show. If y'all want to cuss him out, by all means, go ahead. But
you curse me out. You can curse me out all you want.
No, I can't. It's against my nature. It's
against my nature. You don't know me. There's nothing you can possibly hurt me.
Don't be mad.
He's gonna have a heart attack right now. He's gonna talk for 10 minutes about how bad people are, and yet he's gonna wait for that very same people to give you some kind of relief. That's never gonna happen, bro.
Even when you own your own business, a lot of your customers have 9-to-5 jobs.
My customers
so only but hold on. That's you, bro. Relax. I'm just saying. So on both ends, you have people who have 9-to-5. You have entrepreneurs. In our current system, those two things can work, and they do work hand in hand. Absolutely. Whether it's for the greater good or not. So even a lot of entrepreneurs,
and you're happy.
Rely on Tony too big to deal with people with a 9-to-5. Though.
If you have a 9-to-5,
his business ain't like that. He don't take customers that got a
9-to-5 years. I had a 9-to-5 for 25 years. You know what I mean? That's a great thing.
You're old.
If you're not complaining and you're not complaining about it, that's great. But if you're in a 9-to-5 and you're complaining about it and you're doing nothing to get out of it, whose fault is that?
Wait, you're older.
Nobody is stopping.
Like a younger person.
There's people who don't have 9-to-5s that complain.
Hey, Tony, if you don't mind me asking,
everybody has to complain about something.
Hold on, he just said he had a job for 25 years. I thought you was 25. How old are you?
Well, it doesn't matter at this point.
Damn, you're older than 25.
No, because he said he had a job. Looking at his avatar,
I raised my own kids. I tell you that.
What'd you say?
I raised my own kids. I tell you that.
You raised your own kids.
You were 20 years old, so you could do the math.
20 years old, 25, 13.
Say age if you want to, I don't say it.
No, 70 AD. Hey, 70 AD. That's my guess. 70 AD.
He was born right after Jesus. Yeah. Him and Jesus. They grew up together.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
Unless I'm doing the math.
No, you just sound young. I'm pretty sure nobody thought you was like in your 60s.
That's all right, because I work out. I do a bunch of things to keep myself healthy.
No. I'm just talking about your voice. I ain't never seen you a day in your life. I'm just saying you sounded like you were younger. Not no.
Right.
This ain't no diss.
I get that all the time. All the time.
Yeah.
Like
what you saying? Stupid stop, bro.
Say it.
Yo, Stupid.
What picture is that in your avatar? What picture is that in your avatar?
It has to do with like archaeology, something outside of this.
No, I just wanted to know what it was. I don't want to mischaracterize.
Helmet. It looked like a
archaeology. It's archaeology. It's not a helmet.
It's archaeology.
It's all
that ain't what it's called. What is it called? Can you help us out? He's got an image up there.
It's got
archaeology.
No, it looked like a European knight helmet.
No, it's Natufian archaeology. Natufian archaeology.
I definitely wouldn't know what it was.
Yeah,
that's fine. I was waiting for one of them words. You know what we was waiting on. We was waiting on
some Nilotic scriptures, nigga.
Yeah, no,
it's a Berdarian. It's a Berdarian. It's a Coptic group.
It's a Coptic.
It's my own money, my own business. That's what that is. That's my own business, my own money. That's what that is.
Yeah,
yo.
Yeah.
Bro, we just asked. Ain't nobody care. Listen, your money don't make nobody else shit but you.
Let them flex.
Don't nobody care about all that, bro.
No. I like the flex. Let them flex.
Yeah.
But hold on. But your money don't do nothing for nobody but you, bro. Don't nobody give a fuck about that shit.
That's what he wants you to do.
Don't nobody care about that. You don't know what nobody got. Don't think of people ain't yelling what they got that they ain't got nothing.
That's what he wants you to do, bro. That's what he
wants. Yeah, no, he don't, because he don't know what nobody got. You assuming people ain't got nothing. Maybe that's what we want you to think.
I don't care.
He's a gaslighter, bro. Let him go.
I don't give a fuck what you. You the only one bringing it up.
You letting it work.
I know what I got.
You don't even bring it up.
Don't let it work. Don't let it work, Vince. Now we don't.
Sometimes you gotta let people know. You can yell out what you want, what you got all day long. That don't mean nothing to nobody else in here, bro.
Yeah, nigga, I'm broke. I'm send you my cash app.
I'm sorry. Hold on.
You got it to lose. Keep that in mind too. If you got it, you got it to lose.
I'm sorry that my statement about history caused all of this.
Shut your broke ass up. Shut your broke ass up.
Go do it. I really don't like you right now.
You can't complain about the system.
Everybody complains, bro. It's human nature. Everybody complains.
I'm done with the system.
We're trying to the senior citizen business owner won't stop talking. We're trying to move back to the other conversation.
No, you got a complainer complaining about complainers.
No, I don't believe
everybody
complains. I'm gonna drop in my cash app and tell them to prove that shit.
But I think I want to hire.
You gotta create your own systems, like you were saying. You gotta break the system to the system. You can't break a system that you don't participate in. You gotta create your own system.
Okay, man. So go ahead, Chef.
Oh no, you and Mujasi was y'all had me cornered and y'all was hammering the point.
No,
well, I mean that's it. I've never heard that explanation before. I'm willing to try.
No, we didn't have you cornered. You just tried to make it seem like
talking about?
I don't know. You tried to make it seem like the Brits was the pirates of the Caribbean.
Watch out, Chef done some reading.
Hey, Corey,
I was arguing with Tony.
He let Cody do his. He let Tony do his Tony did the intermission. And that nigga pulled up his research to try to do something.
Yeah, I need you to break out that secret weapon, bro.
No,
come on, if we drown, you guys hear me?
They was pirates of the Caribbean. You guys hear me? Or better, all them slaves. But what I'm saying, is that they took them same slaves and did not take them home. They just made them slaves. And they just switched it over to something else.
Come on, we drowning. Come on.
It ain't them ships. I want you to get around the fact that them ships they use to do all this bravery and piracy on the great seas were built off slaveries because they were the largest in the 1700s.
So far, I think I want the
Logic. I don't want to know what you want for dinner, my nigga. Logic. I don't want to know what you want for dinner, my nigga. This nigga ordering pork fried rice and shit. You holding us back too. Go get you some collard greens or something from the soul food restaurant.
So I kind of what Chef was saying earlier. I think I kind of agree with what Chef is saying.
Oh God.
Of course, not 100%.
I give up, bro.
Nah, it's like, but what
he's on a roll today.
He got a great point because
you can take this right back after boy, man. You Baltimore,
I don't think there's nothing I can ever say that'll make Petty and Tony be on my side.
Damn, I ain't never seen you. Baltimore niggas don't gotta say nothing. They can say gorilla. They can say whatever, bro. Don't nothing stick to a Baltimore nigga. I'm moving, bro.
This shit ain't fair to Brass, yo. This shit ain't even fair, yo. They killed Brass for this shit.
I just showed Westside that the fucking the freeing of them slaves, them 1,600 ships, came from the largest enslavers at the time, and they took them slaves from the ships and enslaved them. And the next thing he say out of his mouth is, you know what?
Hey, Brad.
One second.
I was Team Chef, and I thought we were drowning. I thought we were drowning. This nigga he said, I think I agree.
Hey, look, Thomas, do me a favor. Where can I find a fucking gorilla? You know where I can find a gorilla?
I think
I'm about to go do something crazy, bro. And when y'all catch me on video doing this shit, y'all don't. I ain't do it neither, bro. I'm about to go. I'm making a video tonight.
Don't give in, bro. Don't give in, bro.
Chef, I can't trust you no more, bro. And I'm saying it live.
I think Brass is I think Brass is trolling at this
No,
point,
this
man.
is
I
a
think
no, I'm dead
No,
serious,
Brad is
bro.
hurt.
This is
Brad is hurt.
I think the conversation went on so long, man, that you're losing.
I just
Because
don't know how you wait. So
No,
show me.
man,
Okay,
this
nah, because
lady, you
West
care.
Side, West
because
Side, West Side,
nah,
West
nah,
Side.
nah,
Hold on,
Brass,
West Side.
because
This is my question.
Brass.
I got a question for you, West Side.
Uh,
Then
uh,
explain to me how. Because
uh,
that story that Chef gave about the
uh, uh,
Brits in
yes, yes.
1800s, then the Brits.
Uh,
That's a classic example of them looking like they were the greatest liberators in history.
uh,
But when you actually pay attention and listen to the actual words and what
uh,
happened, it
uh,
proves my point of they were the largest slave people at the time. They were the largest enslavers at the time. Then when they
right.
decided, when they decided
Uh,
all of a sudden that it should be abolished, and they
uh,
start pulling over 1,600, because he's right about all of that.
uh,
1,600 slave ships, this, that, and the other.
uh,
But they're on boats funded by their previous slavery.
right, right,
And then the Africans, they took off the boats, they put them back
right,
into the Sierra Leone and slavery, but they just called it apprenticeships. It was
right.
basically slavery. So how can
Okay,
I call them liberators
so
for freeing the
Brass,
ship? That don't make
but
sense.
Brass. There's a couple of things going
It's
on
the
because
chef's
you're
fault,
right
man.
with just about everything you just said. You see what I'm saying? You're right on that. But first thing we got to do is we got to separate time periods. That period of time you're talking about, you're 100% right. They were the ones that did it. Now, how did it change? It didn't just change because they decided to be magnanimous and be like, hey, we're going to be all ethical and good now. No, it changed because of revolts. It changed because of abolitionists. It changed because Black people talked for that right? And it also changed because the system they had allowed for that change to happen over time. Right? So you're right. Now, if you move to our century, if you go into the 50s, you had the CIA doing all kinds of wild stuff all across the world, right? You move into our time now, you have some of these same Western nations not only providing a decent model for other societies to follow, but also when you look at medicine, medical aid, and other types of aid, they're doing big things on that, right? Earlier, when I mentioned Japan, I'm saying Japan is not really viewed as a Western civilization, but they have adopted a lot of this stuff. And so with that, they have kind of grown and become
Can we stay in
competitive
the
in the world.
1700s just so I don't get confused? Because you
Yeah,
said time period. I want to stay. Tell me how the Brits in 1700s somehow it was the Quakers and the abolitionists, but it wasn't the Industrial Revolution, where actually paying wages in a factory was cheaper than keeping expensive plantations. But you want me to believe that the economics wasn't as strong as the Quakers and abolitionists. They didn't wake up morally in the 1700s. Those same Brits.
Yeah,
that wasn't
it wasn't.
immoral. That was
Yeah, no, but what I'm
economics. It
saying,
made
Brad,
more sense for them to pay rather than keep expensive plantations at the time.
Brass, you got a lot of good points, and I'm not disagreeing with you. The other thing we got to remember is I don't know when the Industrial Revolution officially started, but the Brits, for instance, abolished slavery, I think in like 1833. I think the French.
No, they abolished the slave trade in 1807.
1807. So even
Yeah, but they
earlier, I don't
abolished
think.
No,
slavery.
no. Let's get it right. They abolished the transatlantic slave trade in 1807.
That's what I
They
said.
abolished slavery in the 1830s.
Right, that's what I said. He said I
Okay.
didn't say he was wrong with 1833. I'm just saying, but they abolished that trade in 1807.
Right. Now again, let's look at time periods and say, when did the Industrial Revolution start? Because just to preface this, for me, right, the correct information always
But France
exists.
abolished it before them, though. So
yeah, I think they were like
that's
1807 or something like that. They were
in
earlier.
the 1790s, I think.
Nah,
And then,
Britain's Industrial Revolution was 1760.
no, I'm saying that France abolished. Remember, I said Western civilization.
Someone look up the Industrial Revolution.
Napoleon came back into power and reinstituted slavery, and that's one of the reasons why the Haitian revolt went haywire. But go ahead.
Right, but even when the Brits were fighting Napoleon, that was a military strategy advantage. That wasn't I don't know moral. What's the name? They were fighting the man.
That's why I said Western civilization, because each one came to it on their own accord. But in totality, the documents that they created, right? It gave the framework to abolish slavery. So I'll keep going, Westside. Keep going.
Yeah. You got so many niggas working for you today, man. This is crazy.
No, the enslaved gave the framework to abolish slavery. The people in chains gave the framework to get the hell about them chains. Stop that.
Show me the document. Show me the document.
When did slavery, France.
Any slave revolt. Any slave revolt.
Industrial Revolution. I want to know when that started.
Any maroon.
But France,
millions of documents.
You said France abolished slavery in the late 1700s, right?
Early, yeah, it was
like 1790s. But didn't they bring it back in the 1800s? Though?
Yeah, Napoleon did for a couple of years. When he came back into power, he said, "No, fuck that. Put them motherfuckers." You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
And that's when shit went off, and then them Haitians got the bang.
I gotta go back to school.
Go ahead.
I gotta go back to school. No, because I remember France. That had something to do with sugar. I know, and that was like he was using the money for the military for sugar. But I forgot the time. I forgot the time frame because you was right. But I was like, nah, they still had slaves in the 1800s. I just didn't know when. I knew it was Napoleon. I knew it was sugar, but I just didn't know because they was getting good money off that. But like I said,
that was their biggest commodity.
Right. Yeah, you're not wrong about that at all.
Enslaved people are the biggest abolitionists.
Facts. You say facts to shit, and I just don't believe you, bro. It's very difficult to concede on any point with you because it's somehow you gonna come back around and use it against me, bro. I don't think anybody else has ever told you that, but I'm definitely gonna tell you that. She Baltimore motherfuckers, bro.
No, these niggas are the greatest. These niggas are the greatest.
I know you hate it. I know, Stoopies. I know sometimes you come in here like, man, who needs the white man? Who needs Western civilization when you got us? Tell you, niggas, we don't need nobody to tear us down. I'm starting to feel like Francis Chris Wilson in here. I'm by myself, bro. Yeah.
No,
and then you got West Side jump in, Logic jump in, Anathema jump in, Smalls jump in. So I don't know. I think Chef might have a point. Oh my God.
You just acknowledged that I had a point.
No.
If I
did, it was a mistake, man.
Even if Chef came
I didn't mean it.
Even if Chef came with primary sources out of the Museum of Natural Arts in Britain and show it, I would never give these white people any credence for nothing.
So that means that y'all not actually trying to look at the accurate account. Y'all more concerned about the narrative, right? Like y'all going back to what Corey conversation is when he said, "No, fuck all that real shit. We need to lie to our stuff."
No,
I don't know. That's what it is going back. It kind of going back that far.
No, but
like for real, it's stupid as it sounds, but you actually said it correctly, yo. The motherfuckers that enslaves us you would have to call them the biggest contributors to fucking abolition.
Let me say this real quick because I'm gonna drop down.
Hold on, let me talk this Logic point for y'all talk about something else because you ain't gonna talk to what Logic just said. Well, real quick, and I'll give it right back to you. I've been fair. So Logic. But if I just showed you that the British in 17, you make sense of that for me, Logic, that the Brits in the 1700s were the biggest enslavers. They only stopped the French from being enslaved because it was a strategic war advantage. And the only reason they abolished slavery is because paying wages was cheaper than having slaves. And then even when they freed other people's slaves, like started attacking the trade and pulling over ships, they didn't bring those people back to motherfucking wherever they was from. They just made them apprentices in Great Britain. They like it didn't. Where is the? How that don't make sense, man.
You're harping on the reason why they
and I don't know what you read, but you didn't read it completely.
Okay, but go ahead. And then tell me where I was wrong, sir. But go ahead.
I'm hearing you concentrate on why they did it, and I think the question is just way simpler than that, right? Like who other than African Americans, right? Like who else was leading the charge with human rights? You know, like I get where the struggle is.
You know, Haiti freed themselves, right?
Like they weren't the only people. I get why it's difficult to lend any sort of credence in that direction for the particular topic. I get the contradiction. I get it, but two things can be true.
No,
I mean, it's just like for me, it's almost just that simple. I find it as an uncomfortable truth, to be honest with you. I think that human rights in America is a collaboration. I wouldn't give the complete credit to either.
Okay,
but a collaboration nonetheless.
Just like
so how can it be a collaboration by yourself? You can't collaborate with yourself to do nothing. Well, I ain't gonna say, but it wouldn't be a collaboration at that point.
You gotta think, because remember earlier we talked about the state and the power of the state. And you got to think of who had the power at that time to do these things, to put the force behind it.
But just focus on that part for me, Brad. You're concentrating on why they did it, not who did what. You're concentrating on why they did it. So you're saying the reason why they did it removes who actually did what, but it don't.
Causation versus result. That's two different things.
But the reason why the why matters is when you use the conversation of liberation. Are you actually liberating? That's a different question, Logic. I'm not talking about why. When that's you focusing on the reason why they did it. No, but that's important because now I have to question. Now we got to go pull up a definition and say what's liberation and what's oppression. If you use the example that you pulled them off of those slave ships, the why is important because if it's a self-interest, then it ain't liberation. It's still business. So you can't say, like, at some point, two things can't be true. That is liberation and also economics and self-interest. It's mainly their self-interest. This is an act of war. This is an act of business. It's contrary to their bit. That's like a shareholder. You know, it's against the law for a shareholder to act against his own. It's against the law for a CEO of a corporation, publicly traded CEO of a corporation, to act against the interests of his shareholders. Even if that means that the Teflon on the pans that human cooks every day, they got to keep that shit going, bro. Because if you were to be the person that outed the shit would tank the company and you'd be going against the interests of the shareholders. If it means that you got to buy shit that might be counterproductive, counter to other people, but beneficial to your shareholders, that's cool. Because he's following his main job, not his human job, not his moral job. If Western civilization is just liberating people to spark the self-interest of Western civilization and themselves or a group within it, that ain't liberation. I know it's something, but it ain't liberation. Just because they did it, it ain't like they're trying to do it to affect humanity and make it better. They're doing it to benefit themselves. It's the same shit. They oppress to benefit themselves. They liberate to benefit themselves. It ain't for no benefit. You can't call that liberation. You can call it something, but it ain't liberation. Liberation ain't that. You free me to incarcerate me? That don't make sense. That ain't liberation. But I'm crazy, bro. Fuck it. It is what it is, bro. I've accepted it. I'm in a parallel universe when I come in the Discord chat.
No, that's exactly what I'm saying. I cannot understand how my abuser is getting praised because he stopped abusing me. Right? I beat my wife every day And all of a sudden, my wife started telling her friends, "Do your husband beat you?" No, he doesn't love you if he doesn't beat you. That's what we're getting from these Negroes, you know. These Negroes.
I see what y'all saying now. Okay.
Oh, I was muted just now.
All right.
Go ahead.
No, I see what y'all saying. Okay, so it's not abolition and it's not liberation. Then what is it?
I've been asking for a different word for a little minute.
It was a transformation.
Honestly, I can see the contradiction in the word, but I feel like the word making y'all so uncomfortable that you don't want to admit.
What is it? Because if y'all can't give abolition and liberation to them because they were the corporates of the slavery and the inhumane rights, then what is it then?
They replaced it. We said this earlier. They replaced it.
Well, what?
Imperialism.
Further tyranny and oppression and colonialism.
So what's the word? What word should I use?
Economic, political, and legal oppression.
Imperialism.
Right. No, imperialism.
But whatever word y'all use ain't gonna capture the difference between 1800 and 2025.
The cessation of the slavery and oppression. What's the word for that? Because we were saying abolition and liberation. The cessation of it, the ending of it. What will we call that?
Say that again.
The cessation of slavery and oppression, the end of it. We was using abolition and liberation. Y'all saying y'all can't give that word to them because they was the corporates behind it. So then what's the word that we supposed to use in place of of abolition and liberation?
No, y'all said it. They ended it. Y'all said it earlier. They ended it.
Okay. So
but that's only one answer. Yeah, but if you further the conversation, it's going to turn around to like, then what? They replaced it. They ended up replacing it or doing just as much damage. Yeah, so you could stop right there. They ended it and everybody would have been happy.
Listen.
But then Logic changed the question by saying who was the largest. Like, that's a different question. So, no, they ended it. If that's what y'all said it. Y'all agreed to that.
I never said they ended it. I'm more like argue the point.
Chef said that.
Yeah,
not y'all.
Chef is saying that they ended it. And my thing is that it evolved, they changed it. They no longer needed enslaved people to maintain their society. So while they...
So it didn't end.
It evolved.
No, maybe chattel slavery ended. Maybe that's
right.
what.
So there's no difference between the 1800s and 2025.
No, I'm not saying that there's no difference. They don't have chattel slavery anymore, right? But they still maintain ways of oppressing colonized people. And in the American sense of things, that you lived in the land that you were enslaved, that your masters lived in.
So I'm in here talking to a bunch of slaves right now.
No, let me...
So they did end it then.
All right. Can I?
All right. But if y'all say they ended it, you can't stop somebody else from continuing the conversation. And and say things like it was replaced. Other things happened after that. So you could stop there, but everybody else may not stop.
I didn't finish speaking. But if you want to continue, and then when you finish, I'll speak. I'll wait. I can't wait. I was waiting. The system of control they used to maintain slavery, they no longer need that system. So they evolved the system over time, especially those oppressors who live outside of the land that they were oppressing. So while they had no need for slaves, they still had need for people. So they found a different way to maintain some level of control. No, because the discipline was no longer slavery. That didn't mean that they stopped disciplining us. They find other tools to use. We no longer had slavery, and we agree with that. We all agree that we no longer had slavery. But did we ever enjoy the freedoms that they enjoy? No, they put other systems in place. Should we be grateful to them that they ended slavery? That they stopped chattel slavery? I don't know about that.
I'm grateful for it. I don't know about the rest of you niggas. I wouldn't be ungrateful about the ending of slavery.
Let's just suppose. Would it have been better? Would it have been better if the perception is that we fought for this, but then somebody will say, look at the Haitian, are they in a better position than the Black American? You're right. I'm grateful that they gave me the ended slavery. You're right. Answer my own question. Because would it have been better if we fought for it? If we fought for it and we wanted it with our own blood, would it have been better for us? Or the perception that we were given it?
It was both though. You feel me? Like the slaves actually did fight for their freedom, right? They fought for it through the letter. They fought for it physically. You dig what I'm saying? Like everything. Like we participated, no doubt about that. Like who's saying that we didn't? That's the problem.
What do you mean by precipitated? Because that word, I don't like that word enough. Because of the word the P word that you just used.
Participated.
Did we get up? When you participate, it's different than when you win. So when you use the word participate, it kind of trigger me.
So think about it like this. When we fought, right? That don't mean that it all stopped with that fight. Then laws and stuff had to get enacted in order to substantiate the stuff that we was actually fighting for. You dig what I'm saying? Like that fight, it was a fight. And then they had to write laws that would substantiate that fight that we just had. You dig what I'm saying? It's both.
No, I don't think. So did we participate or did we win our shit? Which one?
We participated.
We never win our shit. We participated.
But that gives the impression that something was already happening, and then you came and participated in it. There was always a fight against it from the day anybody was captured or chained or put on a boat or got out. There was always a fight.
I agree with that.
So there was no participate. No, if you want to say it, not if you want to say it right, but I think a good way to say is other people participated in it. The people who weren't slaves participated in the rebellion that was already going on from day one, whether it was individual rebellion, group rebellion, or just across the board. So other people participated.
Did we participate?
I want you to frame it whichever way that make y'all feel comfortable.
No. Did we participate or did we win our shit hits?
Whichever word we're saying the same thing. So whichever terminology make y'all comfortable, because y'all having a problem with
it. No. Your inflection is putting it on the people who were enslaved had later participated in their own abolition of that. No, the other people participated in that. The minute people were captured, they were fighting. The minute they were part of that system, they were fighting. Other people
real shit.
Get that
real shit. Let me add one thing, right? Because I feel like I do this, right? Like this is actually super sensitive, right? And for real, the fact that that most people aren't getting it so quickly, right? It's going to be harder for them to get it if you keep kind of like jabbing them a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying, Chef? Like, yeah, I know this is tough. I see where the struggle is, But if I make it like to emphasize it, they ain't gonna never get it, bro.
Yeah,
but
so
I see it.
Yeah, but
I
if
see it.
someone is
It's all
framing
terms. So
something
like
incorrectly, people can say something about it.
somewhere in this, you feel as if you are taking an L, right? Like there's like somewhere in this, you feel as personally, we as a people group take an L somewhere in offering this much credence to other people kind of doing what they did, or at least helping us get where we're at, right? Like,
did we participate or did we win?
We discussed it.
I
feel like people are saying two different things, and y'all trying to make it sound like it's the same. It
what are
ain't the
you
same thing that
suggesting
was
when
saying.
you say we won, right? That there was
We were in 100-meter race. All of us participated in 100-meter race. Did we win?
Right.
Or did we participate? Which one?
I mean, I guess the fact that we freed means we won, right? Because I ain't no slave. So I feel like we won there. If that's how you want to paint it, we won. And we had some help too. Both things could be true.
But you're saying the enslaved people were the last people to participate in their own freedom. That's what it sounds like y'all are saying.
No, but that's not.
But okay, then yeah, that's what it sounds like y'all are saying.
No, it's not. It's not. We're not late to the party. Okay. If you wanted to be that other people joined our thing, cool. I wouldn't describe it like that.
It ain't even our. It's any enslaved people.
Oh no, shut up. I'm sick of you and Chef Logic. That's what I'm gonna get on here and say.
What's up, Tuck?
No, you two niggas is making me. That's what we gonna do now. Now we into the slanderous part of it. Fuck it. That's what we finna start doing. We finna start being slanderous.
Man, bring your acorn-head ass on, boy. What you got?
Chef, I can't believe you. Ooh, I can't believe. I'm finna turn my camera off. I'm going back on mute.
What's up, Tuck?
Other people may have participated. We won our shit. The race wasn't theirs, it was our race. They didn't give us shit. Nobody gave us shit. Nobody gave us shit. So end me with that participate bullshit. I didn't even know the word when it comes to freedom of African people. Right? They had no choice. So you can continue saying that, oh, they participated and how the fuck we supposed to participate in our shit? They participate. Right? But my head hurting me, honestly. Chef, I don't know. Jesus
why don't y'all see why y'all can't see
Jesus coming to save all of you Negroes with your white savior complex.
Logic. It's a logic. You can't, from their standpoint, you can't acknowledge it at all. And I get it though, because if you on a team, I'm taking this course. You not really. It's like I get it, bro. Like if you on a team and you said something about. Go ahead.
Don't do it, then. I'm already sick of these two niggas. Don't you help these two niggas.
Hey, Chef evolving, man. My nigga Chef evolving, man.
Yeah. Nah, me and Chef in the middle of the street. He knows.
Right, go ahead.
He better watch his motherfucking back, boy. Chef, how that boot taste? How do that damn boot taste? Man, I'm so sick of you niggas today, boy. I'm about to get out of here. That's what I'm finna do. Y'all gonna make me lose my damn job.
Yeah, look at us. Don't put us on speakerphone, bro. You should be good. As long as you got us in the earpiece, your job should be safe, my nigga. but Fetty, finish what you're saying, bro. Because I get it. I get it. I get the contradiction. I get the words that's problematic. I get it. But I just in the back of my mind.
Corey might be right, though, bro. Corey might be right. Sometimes the lie might be better than the truth.
I mean, apparently.
Y'all been disrespected. Nah, we not doing that. The word that y'all was looking for earlier. Stop,
bro. You know we're trying.
Earlier was business.
That's what it was when they let niggas go. It was business. That's what it
Right.
was.
So
It
look,
wasn't nothing else.
let me describe a business move, right? So let's say you open up a business.
I don't want to look Logic.
No, look, hold
I
on. Like,
slander you niggas. I don't want to be logical. I don't want to look.
I
I want
bet,
Chef to stop with that ball taper that he doing so I can cut his ass out. That's what I want to do. I don't want to be friends.
Tuck. Hey, Tuck. He couldn't do hair because his morals. The guy didn't look good. He trying to get a job. He doing it because it's a moral thing.
It don't matter why he did it.
Right to do it.
Who cut his hair? Who cut his hair? Even if Chef pushed that man lying back, who cut his hair, bro?
It's crazy.
Who cut it?
They got you in the corner, Brad.
We're not talking about why he cut it, Brass. Who cut it, Brass?
Yeah, we is.
No, it's not. The why is important. You keep trying to say it's not important. The why is the why, because if you don't tackle the why, then you can't call it that they doing a good thing. If you just doing it because of, bro, if I go outside, if I got a corporation in Times Square, and then I go down and I call the news to tell them to come look at me, come downstairs, feed the homeless, shuffle these niggas off, right? And say, I'm saving them, man. I'm getting them from in front of, but if my whole goal is to get them out from in front of the building and I drive these niggas somewhere to the Bronx and just drop them the fuck off, bro, then you ain't liberate shit. You did some shit that helped your business, helped your PR, and you just moved one shit to another thing. It ain't liberation. That's why the why is important. You keep saying as long as the homeless people got some kind of got away from there and got a hot meal, the why is important. The why is most certainly important. Ask the motherfuckers in the Tuskegee experiment, is the why important?
The conversation is about who.
They're just trying to solve circles. They're just trying to help you. Why? Why are they doing it, bro?
The conversation is about who did it, man.
No, it's not.
So no. Logic is saying who stopped what they was doing.
If I asked you,
Logic said the people doing something stop what they was doing. So who stopped what they was doing?
Who cut the man's hair? You gonna say Chef, bro?
So
you not gonna talk about why he cutting his hair.
Why is important? Okay, let me ask you a question.
The people who was doing it stopped what they was doing. That's all Logic is.
But now since we talking about haircuts, they used to shave the motherfuckers before they put them in the gas chambers. Every haircut ain't the fucking same. So if a motherfucker shaving his hair, you're like, who did it? Well, look, he's got him looking dapper and debonair, and then put him in a fucking goddamn gas chamber. Is it liberation?
But it's
you're
just,
talking
it's
about
just funny
why he got a haircut.
What they were doing,
not who cut his hair.
Logic, you being too logical right now.
For stopping what you were doing. Yeah, okay.
If
next
I
time
asked
you
who cut his hair, would you say the oven cut his hair?
In your car, hey, look, next time you speed in your car, slow down. Tell the cop, look, I slowed down. We all good now.
Yeah,
just do that. That's how that works. Just tell them, look, I'm not speeding anymore.
Sir, hey Hicks. He gonna say, who was speeding, sir? You? Here's your ticket. They ain't gonna give a fuck, bro.
But
he ain't gonna give a fuck why, right? He not gonna give a damn.
You can tell him you stop.
No, but you
can tell him you stop speeding.
He is not gonna give a damn why.
No, but he's exactly also not gonna give a fuck when you say, I was speeding. Well, I'm not speeding anymore. What? That don't make sense.
Is he gonna pat you on your back and say good job?
He ain't gonna say, hey, good job, bro. You're no longer
You're not
speeding.
A speeder?
Well, who was that? He gonna say who was the speeding. And you know why the why gonna be important? Because you could say to that officer, look at my wife with her legs in the air. We about to have a baby. And he probably gonna let you off, bro. That's why the why is probably important. The why is if your fucking your father's in the next chair having a fucking heart attack, the why might be important. The fact that you feeding don't even become that important. The same way, why if you liberate me, but I also find out that's like walking me out of a door saying, here, look what the sun looks like. And as soon as I put my head up, I blow your head off. You free me.
I don't know. Maybe I'm still just basking in America, the air of America. But like the reason why I'm not a slave is nowhere near as important to me as knowing that I am not a slave.
But you say you basking so much in that you're not a slave. You're not looking at the mass incarceration all around you. You know why you don't?
But if you don't know why you're not, ain't you subject to becoming a slave again? If you don't know why you're
Logic. You so focused on not being a slave, you can't even see them. You can't even see
them. You say it's not the question 10 times and proceed to not answer the question, bro.
No, I didn't. You didn't ask me a question. I said I'm speaking to your statement. You said that you are basking so much to know that you're not a slave, but you basking so much in this freedom you think you got that it would probably take for you to be over policed in the area where you at, get locked up for some shit you didn't do, end up in prison making some shit for free, and then on parole for the rest of your fucking life to understand what freedom actually fucking is. You bugging out, bro. Y'all keep acting like slavery it's all over. Walk in prison. Them niggas don't think slavery is over, bro.
Oh man, you making that argument, bro? Oh man,
you can Google is why important. Like is that it's so
slavery still going on?
Logic, I was waiting on it. Wait, hold on, Fetty. I was waiting on it. Now Fetty agrees with you right now. I'm just fucking all the way up. If Fetty is agreeing with you right now.
All haircuts ain't equal, brass.
Nah, the one you got before the gas chamber ain't a haircut, but I'm pretty sure they cared why they do it.
Right. Well, him agreeing with me ain't the same as what I'm saying. No, he might be agree. His why, right? The reason why he agreeing with me might not be the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying. See what I'm saying? Come on, I can do that too.
I don't understand.
I can do that too. I can literally address it exactly what you talking about.
Logic. We probably had an impasse. We just ain't gonna.
Nah, man, you be doing this though. I ain't gonna lie.
No,
I ain't gonna lie. I don't be trying to like. You know, I'm not like super disagreeable. I'm definitely not. I can be, but I'm not
Logic,
disagreeable.
You full of shit right there. You full of shit. You know you low key.
I ain't gonna lie. I might be full of shit. I be full of shit a lot of times and don't know. I mean, you got me there. I wasn't slowing down before you said that, but you might got me there. I be full of shit.
You just tried to tell me that you ain't full of shit and disagreeable. When the majority of the disagreements in this motherfucker involve you and someone else.
His logic.
You might got a point there. I see you heard me. I'm gonna slow down. I might be tripping. Maybe I'm tripping.
Yeah, your shadow might be I'm tripping right now. Yeah, your shadow
it might be.
Right now. No, but listen.
Hold on, Logic was speeding. We had to pull him over. He was speeding.
I had to wake back up for a second. I said, I heard full of shit. Oh yeah, that might be me. That nigga might be talking about me.
I heard you say something earlier, Logic. I heard you say something earlier, Logic. You said, well, you asked a question. You said, so I'm on here.
Yeah. Dang, you start cooking, your shit break up.
Brass and them, I'm finna get to civilization.
Start over.
Start over. We can't hear nothing you're saying.
I'm about to win civilization. But
his connection be bad, and then we always hear the damn it clear as fuck.
Right?
Yeah, I get the damn it real
That shit funny as fuck. You right?
Actually explained it, but we hear the God, son of a bitch. Hey, use your big voice,
right?
Corey crazy as hell, man. Go ahead.
As soon as you're clear now, dog. You're clear.
If you get to civilization, you let us know what you're talking about.
Okay.
And I'm gonna reiterate that Fetty agrees with you, Roger.
See, why, Brad? Don't do that, bro. Don't try to. You always do.
Hey, Chevron broke a record
man,
today.
We teasing with you, dog. Come on, gang.
Chevron broke a record today. He had Tony and Fetty agreeing with him. I'm gonna say, like, I don't know that he could ever do that again. I'm gonna say today was luck. I don't believe tomorrow he's gonna be able to do that. It was luck today, though.
I don't think any human could get that shit to happen, bro. There's no way, bro. And Logic, Logic. Crazy.
Yeah. That's he been playing. Go ahead and play the pick six today, Shepard. Play the Baltimore pick six or the Maryland pick six.
Yeah.
Tony waiting on this stormtrooper application to come back, man. He just hanging out with us just to get some content.
I didn't know who was going to run out of it first, Logic or Chef.
Hey, Corey,
back to the conversation though, Logic, real quick.
Tony just hanging out with us while the motherfuckers that buy his shit, somehow he got the only business on the planet where the motherfuckers that buy his shit is all entrepreneurs. So he only sell to entrepreneurs.
Tony don't want your business if you got a 9 to 5. If you got a 9 to 5,
high profit, low volume. Go ahead and tell him about it, Tony.
Nigga said, how you gonna pay for this? I work down at the factory. Get your ass out of here.
Or with my payroll check, of course. They slap him and get it.
9 to 5. Nigga crazy. I need to know what business you in that you could turn down a worker's money. Fuck the worker's money. I don't
that's wild. That's wild.
Come on.
That's wild.
That nigga said, I don't have no motherfucking 9 to 5 patriate my business.
Every business owner know those dollar bills are green across the board.
Patronize my shit with that bullshit, bro. I mean,
matter of fact, you can't shop in my business after 5 o'clock.
Money there.
I close at 5.
Brass, he turning it down, huh? Turning out the largest customer base in America.
I close my business at 5, so you can't patronize me. I close at 4:59.
When you get home.
Like when somebody say, like Chevron is an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur. Brass is an entrepreneur, right? But Brass never, when you ask like Chevron, like, well, what is it that you do? He never said, well, I own my own business. Like, to me, that's wild. To me, I just never hear people say that. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. That's a red flag to me. It's like, well, yeah, I own my own business. That's what I do for a living.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm so stupid. I swear to God. When you said it in my head, I said maybe he make toilet seats and he don't want to tell us. But I thought I know what you talking about, right? Like a nigga don't say I just own the business. No, the nigga ask you what you do.
Real, hey, Logic, that nigga, what it is he got a shovel and shit business, but it's only rich people.
Hold up.
He shovel.
We can't hear
He might be doing that Sanford and Son or some shit. Don't want to tell us.
No,
we can't hear you, bro.
He ain't. Brad, that nigga ain't tell you how old he was. That nigga ain't finna tell y'all niggas none of those shit. That nigga don't fuck with us like that.
17. But too, I think his point was that I think he was talking about
Hold on, what you about to say?
I heard that nigga on COINTELPRO watched me. Though. I ain't gonna lie. I done been said it. I told it
talking about people complaining.
All of that shit.
Hold on, wait. Tuck went off mute because he at work. Go ahead, Tuck. What you got to say?
Nah, when you told that man he had a young voice, I was dying laughing.
He do.
Tell a grown man his voice young.
Ain't nobody in this motherfucker thought Tony was 60. I thought that nigga was like 22.
Yeah, facts.
Ain't nobody.
He said he was 60.
Hey, Tuck,
Tony said ain't no motherfucking way, right?
Tony said he got a 20-year-old. If he won't tell us how old he is, Chef, that nigga's 60. Fuck that.
Right.
If he won't tell us that he can work out,
you automatically go to the oldest in the room.
I'm to be like, I'm no longer telling you niggas how old I am. So I'm going with that.
If you ain't gonna tell me how old you are, then double ARP, nigga. That's how old you are. I'm going there until you tell me. If you don't never tell me, then I wish you the best. Until retirement home, nigga. You old. Because he said he got a 20-year-old kid, but he talked like 25 years old. He talked
but too, I think he was talking about people complaining who go to work every day.
That movement talking this shit.
Yeah, but I think he was talking about people complaining who go to work, you know, or complaining about what they, you know, what system they're in, and then, you know, but that's human nature, especially here in America.
If you're an entrepreneur and you DJ, you ever complained about DJing, bro? Complaining is being human.
Bro, you gotta complain about the customers that I got to deal with. That's all I do is complain about.
You ain't gotta complain, bro. Bro, did y'all hear me earlier?
Building the data center. I know he be complaining.
I still got 18 motherfucking appraisals I gotta go through. You think I can't wait to
I hate the most? I hate homeowners more than I hate the white man.
Yeah.
God damn.
I hate the goddamn white man, goddamn it.
Bro, when I
you know you old when the fuck we go watch those Humana commercials.
67 rental applications.
You homeowner motherfuckers is the worst motherfuckers on the planet.
I can't wait to do it.
Don't say you old when you know about Colonial paying life insurance commercial. You know what I mean? The commercial them tell you old.
Stop that shit. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, like I don't. And then some of his, honestly, and it's no disrespect to his positions, but the positions, Pauls, that he take, it sounds like a youth mind them. It don't sound like a fucking wise and educated and shit. It sounds like he just he ain't really, you know, like fatty and shit.
Oh damn!
I didn't know
How did I know that was coming?
Well, because I don't know, bro, because you got
Freddie know a lot about kids, but I always tease him, Pauls, because he ain't got no kids. I mean, but he'll say, you know, some of his, even he'll probably admit, I don't know if he will or not, but even he'll admit some of his takes on children would probably be a little different if he had children. You know what I'm saying? Or like, you know, it's just some things you get with life experience and
spend more time with the kids and development than the actual parents at the time.
I agree. I agree.
Petty
I ain't even this. I agree.
Hey, a lot of teachers got kids too.
It's a little different.
Yeah, a lot of teachers got kids too.
I'm saying if you have a kid, I'm not knocking nobody else. But if
no.
most of the time you focus on one child. But if you're in a position to where you see or have a large group of kids and you're able to see certain shit, I think that's a more unique.
Which makes it more difficult for them to focus on one child when they got 7 periods throughout a day too. So that math ain't always mathing either. More likely that your kid away from home.
Hey, listen, you know what that teacher could do? When they get tired of that motherfucker, they could tell that little motherfucker, get the fuck on. I ain't dealing with you no more. You know what you can't do to your child? Even though somebody
down Mr. Moreland's office.
Yeah. Right. When I'm tired of you, I still got to live with your little ignorant ass.
Trust me. And another thing too is,
I told my daughter the other day, if you roll your fucking eyes at me one more time, we gonna fight.
God.
You know what she did? Hey, you know what she did? What's that? Her mother laughed right in my fucking face. They said, "Get the fuck out of here." You know what I did? I got the fuck out of there. I got the fuck out. Yeah, you gonna do shit. I don't run my own household. I pay for every goddamn thing, but I know I don't run shit in my household. I'm just here.
Listen, my little baby girl came out here this morning and said she wanted a Nutella sandwich. I said, "No, baby, I don't. That's too sweet." Like, listen. By the time it was over, she got the goddamn Nutella sandwich.
Yeah, of course.
That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah,
if you're a grown man with your daughter, I need to know what drugs you on, because my daughter, I can't even look at my daughter and be tough to her. It's not. She look too much like my wife.
And another thing too, Fetty, you're a coach, right?
I used to be.
He owns coach.
But yeah, I'm gonna tell you the truth, bro. Like that's so you gotta think your players. It's incentive based, right? Hey, and I bet he's a good coach. I bet he's a good coach, right? But listen, my coach is not gonna know the real me, bro, because I want to play. You feel me?
This the thing though. It goes deeper than me though, like, cause my pops is the assistant coach right now for basketball at Verona, and my uncle is the head coach of football, and I got a lot of other
that's dope.
Like OGs that are coaching, like that was formed, like probably that was in the league overseas, and they come back to their communities and they coach. So like we have a whole like system that we have to where like find young athletes, and we try to
But
like,
trust and believe he ain't gonna have that job. But if
my son does exactly that though, Fetty. That's pretty cool though, actually.
And this what I'm saying. I'm
gotta
like,
win.
He just landed a head coaching job of the girls basketball team at the high school at pretty much my whole family's alma mater, right? You know, these girls usually win the state. It's the same team that Skylar Diggins played for. He coaches that. You know what I'm saying?
South Bend.
Yeah, South Bend, Washington. South Bend, Washington. Yeah.
Okay, you from where like Jeff Teague and all of them at?
Oh yeah. You know Jeff Teague and shit. Okay.
Yeah, you are Jeff Teague. I watch their podcast. I know they talk about Indiana.
He don't know him. He know him the same way we do.
Yeah, I listen to him talk about Indiana on the podcast.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jeff Teague probably the funniest. I think Jeff Teague is the funniest sports nigga on the internet.
That's real commendable though, Fetty, that you and your some of your older partners do that. That's real commendable. It's actually
what's their record?
I went to one of their
they both lost in the States, both of them. Football.
Now that's commendable that y'all could lose in the States and do that. If y'all was a trash, if y'all was a trash team, I tell you, y'all niggas need to focus on winning and rest on the morals and judgment.
Oh, Brass is sick. He talking about fuck all.
They got one. Oh my God! You know what I'm talking about? I don't want to hear how you changed my son's life, nigga. What is that? Nigga, I want to see y'all win. Now, if you can change my son's life and win, then we working with something.
Nah, Brass. On the serious note, hear me out. The reason why I thought that position was unique because I'm able to like. Now, hear me out. The reason why that was unique.
Little brother, the young black brother right there.
Thank you, cut me off.
No, I was talking about the young black brother in Chef's chair. That's all. Go ahead, brother.
Oh no, you good. I'm bad.
No. Go ahead. I'm done.
All I was saying was that I was able to see like. Again, the young kids and who gravitated to these young kids, and it was mostly the athlete, right? So I always tried to harp on them like, bro, you have the easiest path to get your peoples out this situation if you just focus up on the school part and the football part. Not only can you get a scholarship, but you're able to do whatever you want with that. And the shit that you learning now, like the shit, we were trying to teach them, like schoolwork and all of that, that's going to automatically put you in a position that you could be beneficial. So it's like, I wanted to harp on the fact that, again, there's not a lot of avenues to get young black men in particular directly out the situation and to become worldly, like how Corey talk about. So I think like sports and get them young niggas to see certain shit before they step into, college where they be amongst different groups of people and might be a culture shock. I thought that was like one of the few avenues. I think that
it's discipline. Sports tell you how to be on time. You know what I mean? Dress appropriately.
No, it don't, Corey.
The reason why
the way how my discipline is, like I got a lot of that from sports and coaches.
That's back when you played. Back when you played in the 50s. And now
that's cold-blooded. That's cold-blooded.
My bad.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That's different. You can't coach them no more.
That's right.
That's commendable what you're doing though, Fetty. Because I'm gonna be honest with you.
It seems like really frustrating. Like, because my son, like, this is his dream. Like, this is his heart to like. He like loved dealing with the kids, you know what I'm saying? And but it's hard on him, you know what I'm saying? So I see like kind of where your frustration comes from, because that's something you actually gotta do. Somebody riding a moped. But that's something you gotta do. You gotta love that.
And look, y'all know about Teddy Bridgewater? Y'all know Teddy Bridgewater that play in the NFL?
Somebody back.
And how he coached this former high school, and they got a state championship, but he ended up getting fired, I think, because they said he using the funds and all of that. Man, if y'all knew like the fundraising part of it, how much parents don't participate and all of that shit behind it, like you said, that shit is a burden.
That's me.
You got to deal with every aspect of the child, and you know what I'm saying. It's kind of more than what you sign up for, but then once you get into it, it's like you can't get out because Now it's like, oh, I'm leaving these kids in the middle of the water. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So like,
right.
Well,
And
well,
that's
here's the
where
thing,
we
Corey.
talked about the other day, Corey, like the employment thing. Like the employment thing I was talking about the other day, how like I gotta, you know, when a person aunt that I know that I was a former teammate with come to me like, yo, can you please give him a job because the police he ain't got no job, he on and I just need for you to do something with him. Can you please get him on the right path? So that's the burden that you talk about, like former people that I know. They family
you a
members.
blackologist, Fetty. You blackologist?
Yeah, he said that.
Yeah,
He said that.
I think
He said
everybody's
that
a
the other day.
blackologist in some way, shape, or form.
In some
But
way.
yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
Petty said that the other way. That's his blackology. He gives back in that way.
Oh, okay, I like that.
So it's
Fetty.
like that's the thing when a
I was gonna
motherfucker
cuss you out
parents
too.
and aunt and shit
I was
come
gonna
to me
cuss
like,
you
yo,
out
can you
too,
do
Fetty.
something?
You all right now? You all right?
Hey, but here's the thing though.
Yeah.
Here's the thing though, Corey. Now what Fetty's doing is really commendable because when I was in high school, nobody was doing that, bro. None of my coaches was pushing. As a matter of fact, we had some of our best athletes flunking off the fucking team. They couldn't play because they couldn't pass the fucking, and the coaches like
Bro,
wouldn't even really give a
2.0.
shit.
Niggas can't get a 2.0,
Yeah,
bro.
can't get a fucking 2.0. But here's the thing though, Fatty. The coaches would like kind of not really give a shit. They still wouldn't even say nothing to these niggas though, bro. So like
But I saw
after
that even
even
when I
doing
was
that,
in school, though. I saw that a lot when I was in school too. You know, and the thing be like, it's a lot going on in these kids' lives. You know what I'm saying?
right?
Like, for example, it was this kid Tyrone, probably the fastest dude in the school. Right? Nobody could outrun this motherfucker. I mean, like. Even long distance, like this motherfucker would run long distance at full speed. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, he couldn't make the grades, you know, and that happened a lot. And then next thing you know, like we all playing basketball. Next thing you know, he's going to boys' school. It used to be called Parkview, where it was a youth detention center. We called it Parkview or whatever, or they called it Parkview. But yeah, that's. You know, I've seen a couple of kids end up in, you know, juvenile detention. You know, while I'm playing basketball, you know, they in juvenile detention, but they was way better athletes. You know what I'm saying? And had a lot more potential. You know, I did it because my grandmama say, you know, you got to do something after school. You know what I'm saying? So it's either you go with your granddaddy. Right, or you go do an after school activity. So that's why I played basketball, right?
Hey Corey,
they were actually good at it.
Corey,
You know, go ahead.
But Corey, nowadays it's cool to be smart though. I'm glad that we in a generation to where nerds ain't getting on like it's cool. It's cool to know your anime and shit like that nowadays. Back in the day, the nerds got picked on and shit. So some of the athletes, they not dealing with that portion of it now, even if they are, you know, inner city kids coming from hard backgrounds. Like it's cool to be smart now. I was right on the edge. I'm 35. So I was right on the edge of that to where you would see the guys playing with the Pokemon cards and shit, and the jocks would talk about them. See, I was a jock in a way to where I played football, but I wasn't flunking out and shit like that though. So I would want to go play the Yu-Gi-Oh cards and shit with people, but it wasn't as cool. It wasn't as cool yet. You would still get talked about for doing it. So I'm just glad that kids are at a stage now. Don't do that, DQ. Don't do that. Chuck ain't had no yo-yo. Chuck ain't had no Pokemon cards. But seriously though, I see. I'm from the generation where I watched Dragon Ball when I got off of school and shit.
Hey, bro.
I was on that.
I'm 36. We the same age, so yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it started being cool as I went to college and stuff like that. It started getting cooler to be smart. You know, you used to be a nerd back in school if you showed, and then that's why I got into the point to where I didn't want to show everybody as much as I knew or as as much as because you a little guarded because you on the other jock side of it. So I was on the jock side of it, and I would hear how they would talk, but they would never read out loud in class. So I was like, I don't want to be a stupid motherfucker, but I don't want to be, you don't want to be the kid that's getting picked on because you answering all the questions and shit. So you still sat in the back of the class, even though you knew a lot of shit. So
I used to do that at home, like in the neighborhood, like what you talking about. Like I would act dumb in the neighborhood, like I would act like I knew less than I actually knew. You know what I'm saying? Like, and a lot of it was because like I didn't want to alienate like.
Wow.
With somebody having an issue reading something, like I would act like like yo, it's difficult to read too. Like you know what I'm saying?
Can I tell you something, Corey?
I can't really explain why, but I felt like I had to do that. I felt like
I'm gonna tell you something that relates to that. I'm gonna tell you something that relates to that.
Hold on, real quick, Smalls. It was a fitting in thing, Corey. It was a fitting in thing because then it's like, okay, it was more people like that. It was more people that couldn't than that could, especially that was young black boys, because our whole thing growing up was being tough. So you had to be tough. You had to, we rode bikes and shit, and we did all type of shit. Scraped yourself. I still got scars and shit. My kids don't got no scratches, Corey.
That's crazy. Mine don't either. Yeah, I tell them all the time.
At all. Like, damn.
My oldest boy is he kind of like grew up the way I did, kind of like, but the other kids, no, they ain't even, they ain't
like that.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's funny about what you just said? You know what's funny about what you guys are saying? See, it wasn't no hiding it for me because I made the honor roll, and if you made the honor roll, they marched your ass across the fucking stage when you made it, right? I never even really thought about it. Like, I hated that shit though, bro.
Like Smalls. When I was in school, we had a half assembly, like half of the year, and then at the end of the year, people didn't know that I was smart. They didn't know that I was smart until the end of the year. I got like this award in middle school. It was like Student of Tomorrow. I got that award, and everybody on the basketball and football team was like, "Oh, this is a smart look." And then even that, it was end of the year and shit. They was coming up, and I was the butt of the jokes then. So I was like, "Oh,
yeah." I was about to say, how did you feel about it? How did you feel about it? Were you like, you kind of?
See, I already knew how it would be because I seen them treat other people this way. So I didn't want to even come to school when they was giving out awards because people would find out that you intelligent. And most of it in boy stuff is competition. So they will see you as, oh, he better than me at this. And I was pretty good at sports too. So I, like the hiding it in the neighborhood and shit was a different thing. I don't get that because we would just show superior because we used to go and do all type of shit in the neighborhood. We used to have like Roman candle fights and shit like that. We used to do shit like that back in the neighborhood and who could skip a rock better.
I'm talking more like more high school, like, you know what I mean? Like when we're coming into being like young adults, like, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of when I was doing that. I really didn't give a damn, before that, you know what I'm saying? But it's like once you get to like your crowd, your group, like in high school, you pretty much like them your homies. You know what I'm saying? You still homies with your high school homies. You know what I mean? So that was like my more home crowd. Going to others like elementary school and middle school, I was bused. I had to get bused to my school. You know what I'm saying?
So them were people you knew. They were people you knew like that.
Yeah. They were. I was only gonna see them at school. Yeah.
But see, with me, Corey, is different because the people that I knew in middle school, I still know today. Them is my peoples because I went to
I got you.
I went to two different high schools. So I went freshman and sophomore somewhere, and then I went junior and senior somewhere else. So them people I'm still cool with though. But like with me though, most of my neighborhood playing because when I got to high school, I played 3 sports. So I didn't really have time to hang out and stuff like that. So when I got to high school, it was school and sports. So I didn't really get to hang out as much. But in middle school is when I did all of the shit that I wanted to, bike rides up to the local gym and shit like that.
Right.
Swimming and
Hey, the
outside.
bike riding like 12 deep on bikes, bro. That was the shit, bro. It's nothing like you can compare nothing like that to anything,
nothing
right?
Like that. Nothing like that. So many
not even a motorcycle. Not even a motorcycle group.
So many broken windows.
All kinds of shit. We used to steal the homies back then.
What'd you say, DQ?
I said that's when the scooters hit. Like,
oh yeah, I remember that scooter phase.
Yeah, I remember the scooters. The scooters
Razors.
was high school for me. The scooters was high school. Yeah.
Started blowing up and shit. So my niggas, we did some rollerblades, and I had niggas who skateboarded. I had niggas on scooters. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I remember that whole little phase.
Bro.
Y'all didn't see back. Y'all young, so it wasn't no such thing as homies no more.
Had that mongoose with the gold badge. Oh, you was the man.
Hey, no. Mongoose, I asked, nigga, I was serious.
The mongoose, yeah, you had to have the mongoose or the BMX.
DQ, I got an S&M redneck frame sitting on my deck right now with what are these goddamn nigga, don't make me bike check this motherfucker, bro.
Niggas old as hell. I still got my mongoose.
I got about $4 grand. I got about $4 grand worth of BMX sitting on my porch right now, nigga. I was serious about my shit.
I know what ain't none of y'all got. Hold on, I bet I know what ain't none of y'all got. A pair of roller skates.
But PK Ripper, what you got?
Roller skates, nigga.
No, we had blades. When I was coming up, we had roller blades. You couldn't use those.
I still go to the skating rink. I still go to the skating rink, and I got blades. Yeah, come on now. I still go to the skating rink. What you talking about? Hit? Come on now. I'm an 80s baby.
I ain't got no skates. I might
need to say we went to the skating rink, but you just got the skates that was at the ring. Like, but in the neighborhood, you had to have roller blades, bro. You couldn't be out.
The roller blades is for outside. They for outside. Yeah.
Yeah, you was the shit with a pair of roller blades, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, them blades is for outside. Yeah. And you get the what you call it, the trick wheels for the middle, you know what I'm saying? And then the wheels on the outside, so you can grind on some shit. Yeah.
I got them shit.
I ain't never grind on the damn thing
though. Bring some shit back.
Hey, but when we was on bikes though, right? When we used to be deep in, 10, 12 of us deep on bikes, right? We used to steal chromies and shit. Y'all don't know what chromies is. Y'all young generation. But, motherfuckers used to have Daytons on they car. You know what I'm saying? And the Dayton, where you put the air at, right, on the tire, that was a little, you could put that on your bike. So you can steal the thing. It was chrome. You know what I'm saying? It had a sleeve. So you know where you put the air at, it's a tube coming out. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're talking about.
The chromie had a sleeve, right? So it was a metal sleeve plus the cap. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you put the sleeve on, then you put the cap on your bike with your reflectors, nigga. You was stunting. You was stunting on them. Goddamn
drive me as hell for that.
We took the wheels off our bike. We made sure that whatever little wires we had, we chipped the wires to where it's shaped like a three arms, like some blades. We'll take some foil. Yeah. And we'll put the foil around the wire to make your bike look like rims. So we would have different rim-looking styles on our bikes, just from cutting the wires a different shape and putting the foil. Oh man, you can trick shit out, man.
Hey,
you had to get fly, man. You had to get fly, man. You can't just
cut the spokes on your rim. Don't even realize you fucking up your rims to make the shit look
not at all, nigga. But
we fly as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah. So the plastic. So when we was in, we had the plastic mags. That was the plastic mag wheel. That was the big deal right there back then.
Oh hell yeah, Diamond with the black mags, nigga. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Oh
motherfuckers
yeah.
was they had the metal rim, but you know
Who made a song
that
about
mag,
that?
you know what I'm saying? The mag wheels was like they was plastic. That's how you knew you had the real shit.
with the
You know
black
what I'm saying?
The cool kids,
Somebody made a song about that
cool
shit.
kids, Smalls. The
Cool
cool kids
Kids,
made a
fuck
song about it.
yeah, nigga, yeah, Diamond with the black man,
They painted the yellow
Shit right
line
there.
on our tires to make it look like Vos.
You gotta throw like 10 reflectors on each tire. You know what I'm saying? Like you got your reflector game got to be up. So at nighttime, right? You know what I mean? You ride and your reflectors is killing them. Boy, everybody like flicking.
Hey,
We used to call it flicking. We used to call it flicking.
Now we ain't want no reflectors because the only time we was riding at night was to steal something. We ain't want no reflectors because if we riding at night,
the basketball court used to be jumping at about 6, 7 o'clock in the summertime. Right?
Oh, that's when it got cool.
The go down. Oh,
yeah,
shit.
when it got cool. Yeah.
Motherfuckers gonna be out there all night on the basketball court, bro. Like motherfuckers' mamas coming up there giving them whoopings and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's all kind of wild shit, bro.
You know what tripped me out to hear though? It tripped me out to hear Anathema say that no one took advantage of shop class, right? Because nigga, that's how we built our shit when I was in high school. Like I was in the mini truck. I don't know. Right? Yeah. I don't know if anyone knows what mini trucking is. Right? That's the little 4-cylinder. It's not low riding. It's a little bit different. Right? That's the shit I was into. Right? I built my whole motherfucking truck in high school. You know what I'm saying? I put the hydraulics on there in shop class. Like I lowered my shit in shop class. The whole 9 yards.
You had auto shop. We had wood shop. I had wood shop and shit.
We had auto because as a matter of fact, the cool part about it was the shop kids got to leave like especially once you couldn't do it until you got your license. But once you got your license, you could drive your car because the shop wasn't on the campus. It was about a half a mile away at an old school that wasn't it was like a repurposed type of school. It was kind of not abandoned, but they were using it for other shit, right? So when they were using their shop, right? So you got to drive your car to the shop and shit. You can kind of fuck off, go to the store on your way to the shop. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody took advantage of that shit, but that's where you made your shit look cool though. I also had a motorcycle in high school, right? And that was when it was supposed to be for drag racing, right? But we didn't give a fuck. Because let me tell you right now, if you try to take your shit to the track 18 inches, slammed all the shit at a fuck, you ain't gonna do yet. Your shit ain't gonna hook up. You're gonna slip and slide all the way down the track. But this is when the stretching and lowering was coming into play. If anybody knows what that is, right? But yeah, I got to weld my own swing arm in shop class. I got to stretch my bike and shit in shop class. I got to slam my shit in shop class. Like, nigga, that's where it all took place.
Listen, I'm glad we got to walk down memory lane. But Chef and Logic, I will never let you niggas get away with some of the shit y'all was saying today. I come on here every day and fight you niggas every day if I got to. Yeah, that was we doing good memory.
Logic was saying Logic was asking whether he was talking to a bunch of prisoners. I say he was talking to some potential prisoners.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
And
what happened was Snoopy said that slavery isn't over, right? So I asked him, so am I sitting there talking to a bunch of slaves?
Hey, but Logic, do you know why they bring up the prison thing? Because you know what it say in the Constitution?
Bro, I'm not saying that it's fair, but
no,
all I need for this particular argument is that it's better.
What do it say that you can be if you duly convicted of a crime? What do it say?
Well, they also put it in the act in the practice. Everybody knows about Angola, like everybody knows about that. So I'm
talking about America.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
When you become
right. And they literally consider that prison in Angola. They consider that legal slavery in the United States. You can look that up.
I'm not disagreeing.
So Logic. Why would you ask us? Why would you ask us that question if you know that?
Okay, so why would you use that technicality to try to
It's not a
misunderstand what I'm
technicality.
saying?
It's what absolutely is going on. It's not a technicality.
All right,
You
well,
answer my question.
I'm admitting to it now. Like
Questions,
I'm
Logic.
admitting to it
Don't do
now.
that,
It ain't
Logic.
still going on.
It is still going on. But when you act like nothing is different from, that's a different thing that you're saying, Logic. Nothing is different.
Like I'm giving ground, right? So now I'm gonna ask the same in return.
No. You're not giving ground. We abolitionists.
I did. I just admitted. Okay, there you go. You take.
I don't want you to
taking
give me
ground.
nothing.
No, I understand what you want. I definitely understand what you want, bro. But I also know if you don't take your ass to that poll, right, you ain't gonna get nothing. Like for real, right? So like, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that we don't do nothing. But to like the fact that you gotta emphasize that nobody else does anything is where you kind of like you don't went a little too far. I'm trying to agree with you, but like if we're gonna recall what actually happened, so like we would at least have to be, abolitionist against something or somebody, right? Like those two people would have had to either eliminate one or come together to do something. I mean, I don't know. But I'm saying like why all of that can't be true together. I don't know, because we live in that reality where all of that shit can be true together, bro.
I disagree.
Y'all saying that only half of it's true. Not even half of it.
Only half of it is true.
I got you.
Okay, just as long as you get it. Because I was gonna come on here and cuss y'all the fuck out for not getting it.
I got you, Tuck. So, how do we get free?
Don't disarm me, Logic. I want to be mad right now. Don't disarm me.
What do we become free from?
What do we become free from?
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? When?
How do we gain our citizenship here in America, bro?
Say it again.
How do we gain our citizenship here in America? What happened?
Citizenship.
I want to know why that was such a sensitive thing earlier too. The whole participation. I mean, I heard what Stu Keys was saying
because they have painted themselves into a corner where if they give any sort of ground, right, they're basically that they feel as if they're saying thank you, white man. And I'm saying, first of all, it doesn't.
That's exactly.
And all of that shit can still be true at the same time.
Oh, thank you, white man. And
telling a motherfucker good morning is not the same thing as giving them a hug, bro. It ain't.
Right.
Okay, so both things ain't true then. You just killed yourself.
I don't know.
You just killed yourself. What are you talking about? So both things are not true. Good morning and giving a hug ain't true. I just hate you. I just hate you niggas. How about that? Can I say that out loud?
I can tell, Tuck. I'm trying to dumb it all the way down and make it super simple. But like I could agree with you, but you can't agree with me nowhere. So what I'm gonna do with that? You right, gang.
Hey, I don't need you. That's another ploy right there. I don't need you to dumb nothing down for me. I'm just disagreeing with you, and I'm gonna keep doing that because you giving the ground to still say what you say, but you don't want me to still say what I say. You ain't changed the word.
I'm saying that you can say what you saying, and still and me say what I'm saying, and you saying what you saying still be true. Right?
Yeah, but
you saying
what you saying
that
ain't
mine can't be true.
Otherwise, why would I
and
say
I'm
it?
saying that both of them can be true at the same time, bro.
No, it can't. It cannot. I'm not allowing that. That's all that kumbaya shit y'all used to. I'm back now. No, we're not doing that.
But hold on, Chuck. I really want to flush this out, right? So check this out, right? So
flush
you don't give.
He don't want to flush it out. He does not.
The fence first.
He does not want to flush it out.
I want to hear what Chuck's coming from. I really want to hear what Chuck's coming from.
You're wasting your time, Small. I'm telling you one more time, bro.
Okay, I ain't gonna do it, dude. I ain't gonna do
it. No, let him do it, Logic. Don't do that, Logic.
I ain't gonna do it.
Go ahead and do it. I'm telling you, wasting your time, bro.
So what you're basically saying, right, is you think that, and listen, I'm glad Brass is back, right? Because Brass kind of turned me around in this conversation, right? I don't like the word liberation.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, you see, I don't be thinking about. Oh my God! You see what I'm saying? You see how y'all niggas be thinking that I wasn't even thinking about that shit like that.
And do anything.
Okay, all right,
Pause. You right now, man.
All right, Brass. How do I want to rephrase this? No, see, I don't even be. I hate that fucking all this shit.
You said
Brass made me rethink. Brass made me rethink how I thought about this before. When he brought up the fact that, like, nigga, how in the fuck can I give you credit, especially using that word liberation, right? When you're the one who caused it, and then this quote unquote liberation that you gave me was just, it is in many ways slavery in a different form.
Smalls,
right?
I punch you in the face.
Now, Smalls, wait, let him stay right there. Hold on, Brass, let him stay right there. Now, how after you say that can two things be true? How can we do that after that?
Because they did both.
That's why I have the problem. Like, because here's the thing, though. Okay.
Did you just hear what Logic just said? They did, man. See, that's why I want to
wait. That's why I want to flush it out, though.
Hey, Smalls, picture it like this. I punch you in the face for slavery. I give you the ice pack to solve that, and then I kick you in the knee with mass incarceration until you are liberated. That shit don't make sense.
Yeah. See, like,
how can the people who enslaved us not be a part of us becoming unenslaved, bro?
No, because
how do you unwind the two
logic?
One mic. Hold on, one mic.
Yeah.
Let's be clear. Let's be clear. Every person that Western civilization enslaved, it wasn't only them. Did you not hear me when I said the Haitian Revolution? Bro, it wasn't the only.
Smalls, this is what he asking you to
wasn't
do.
The only people that's doing that. And here's the funny part. When you say Western civilization, here's the crazy part, Logic. So technically, when I free myself, because I'm in Western civilization now they get the credit for the liberation too.
Well, because another thing that Chef was saying though too, Brass, is that we kind of made it a black and white thing, and that kind of wasn't.
I haven't brought up black and white. I've been talking about Britain. I've been talking about France. I ain't been talking about white and black. White and black is too easy. White and black, you have no argument at all. I'm just using mass incarceration versus slavery. I'm just using those particular what's the name because it's something that no, not keep it Western. It's something that an African American would understand. I'm trying to keep it relative to the person, but it's just like they get rid of segregation, but then underfund all the black schools. Get rid of segregation. That's what I just said. They get rid of segregation, but then force us to where we can live. Y'all just think slavery is a whip. The movies done got you thinking slavery is just and liver is just and is some kind of just whip and chain and cotton. If black women are the most educated amongst us, but then they're also now Western civilization paved the way for them to get a job. But if they're the largest members that get their wages taken from them, then what are we talking about? You liberating them for what exactly?
And when Tuck brought up the Constitution again, it just but hold on, wait, Logic. When Tuck brought up the Constitution again, it just made me think of fucking Angola and that goddamn documentary I just watched. And you can't say, but like I mean, like that's like when we talk about all the mass incarceration and this, that. Now that's fucking slavery right there. I mean, like
that's oppression, nigga. That's oppression.
No. I'm talking about Angola. No. I'm talking about Angola.
No. Eating scraps off the ground, not having no rights, not having no citizenship, not being protected under the law. That shit is not slavery, bro. So how do I describe? I'm not confusing you. I absolutely heard you.
So how do I describe the difference between our condition between 1800 and 2025? Is like you using the same word. I'm saying there's got to be something different.
No,
so am I wrong? Is it the same?
No,
is it the same word?
No. It falls under the same logic. It falls under the same thing, Small. It falls under the same thing. See, one of the best
I said oppression.
Hold on, no. But one of the best tricks of oppression, the best trick of oppression, is that it'll make you think that it disappeared. And if you just open your fucking eyes and look around, you'll realize all it did was just change into something else, bro. So let me tell you something. Hold on, Logic. Hold on, stay right there. So
but it ain't slavery. It's oppression.
No. But you're saying it's not slavery, right? But
bro, you have never. I have never heard you say.
I did a show on it.
That slavery. Hold up. I hear you say oppression doesn't go away.
No.
It just changes. So today, now you're saying slavery doesn't go away. It just changes.
Logic.
I've never heard you say that.
Logic. You know what's funny? You're going to say you didn't hear it, and you was on the panel of a show that I did on it, and Mujasi will tell you that. That show that Mujasi's always telling you that he showed his children about the parallels and how oppression never leaves and how mass incarceration is just another form of slavery. That's the show he's talking about with a panel that you were sitting on. That was like that was one of the first TMI shows we
All right,
did.
I could be remembering wrong.
Go to Netflix and watch the 13th Amendment documentary and tell me if that's oppression or if it's slavery.
It's fire.
Mass incarceration is just reincorporated slavery, bro. Look, let me explain it to you. Slavery. No. The 13th Amendment. Now I'm gonna give y'all facts. The 13th Amendment.
So y'all thinking I'm saying something bad,
you
right?
Said, let me show you. Let me show you.
So now we saying we all in slavery now.
No, but no.
Y'all thinking what I'm saying bad.
Because even during slavery, there were people that hold on.
We enslaved.
Hold on. Even during slavery, there were still people that's free. There were still black people that were free. Right? There was all black people during slavery in the United States weren't slaves, correct? There was free. There were people in the North that were free, correct? So I'm gonna just give you the legal basis of what I'm talking about when I say mass incarceration in the U.S. prison system is slavery by another name. The 13th Amendment bans slavery except as punishment for a crime. That loophole allows slavery to survive inside of prisons. Let me finish.
My goodness gracious, man.
Let me finish, bro. Forced labor. Incarcerated people are compelled to work for cents per hour or for free in some states. Prison labor fuels the industries: license plates, agriculture, military gear, and call centers. The racial disparity is 13% of the Black Americans are 13% of the U.S. population, but nearly 40% of the prison population. The harsh sentences disproportionately hits Black and Latino people. Many incarcerated or formerly incarcerated people lose their voting rights, housing access, and job opportunities, creating a permanent underclass. After slavery ended, Black codes criminalized trivial behavior to funnel freedmen back into forced prison labor, convict leasing. So history shows that when you say mass incarceration is the continuation of slavery, slavery is a legal system that strips freedom, forces labor, and disproportionately targeted Black people just under a different fucking name. The 13th Amendment ended the slavery on paper, but if you put in the loophole on the 13th Amendment, except slavery is abolished, except as punishment for a crime, that's why prison is now a fucking plantation.
And the reason why
I'm talking about the prison industrial system. I'm talking about the citizens of America. Why I can't talk?
The reason why I keep bringing up Angola is
so hold on. How we go from you know what, man?
You're not trying to understand what I'm saying.
Maybe I'm just I might be bugging out.
No, you just hear one thing, and that's fine. Sometimes we all do that. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying, and then on top of that, you also just said a minute ago, and I hate, and I'm not even gonna knock you for it. I'm gonna just say you don't know You just said how else would people get free? Haitians, Maroons,
No, I'm saying
Indians,
without collaborating.
Indians, Haitians, Maroons, Ethiopians, Indians, Vietnamese. Their liberation was not given. They took that shit.
But they had to take it from somebody. I'm saying there's still another
but you just said
involved.
that no one got free.
No, I'm saying no. I didn't say
that's
that.
What you said.
I actually kept emphasizing the word collaboration. Like it's got to be two groups of people doing something. Like whether they war or whatever they do, but it's got to be two of them. They couldn't have enslaved themselves. That's what I was saying. You might have missed what I was
saying. So since they took it, then that means they got their freedom from Western civilization. So that
adds, even if they took it, they would have took it from Western civilization, right?
I'm not giving.
Yeah, but that's wild logic. Like,
why is that wild?
You know, it's funny.
Why? Like, how is that wild, bro?
Sound, bro. It's fine. Y'all can have it.
Hold on. Let's look at the definition.
But they don't have to take it from somebody. All right, that's why. I meant
let's look at the definition for collaborate. Hold on. Let's read the definition for collaborate.
I'm using the word wrong.
No. Let's just so we all on the same page. Collaborate.
I'm back. Jointly. What they trying to
you back?
Okay. No, we're gonna read the definition for collaborate. Work jointly on. Hold on. Listen. Work jointly on an activity, especially to produce or create something.
What definition are you reading?
I just told you I used it wrong.
Okay.
I just told you I used it wrong.
No. All of us.
I'm saying even if they took it from, even if they eliminated the people, they couldn't eliminate it themselves. They didn't enslave themselves.
Participate.
Okay. They would have had to do something with. They would have had to do something with somebody else. Whatever it was, that's what I was saying. And yes,
I'm with you in that.
I'm looking like
if you rob me, does that mean I participated in robbery?
I got the same.
If you rob me, does that mean I participated in the robbery?
That's a good
so we both going to jail?
That's a good one, yo. I like the hits. That's fire right there.
Y'all going to jail.
Y'all really playing around.
I can't believe
that's a good one.
Like, Brad, I can't believe y'all playing around like that.
The logic that is, you gotta.
I said the people can't enslave themselves, and you said the people robbery. Like what?
That's the nigga I want.
What was it? The people can't enslave themselves, and then you ask me, did you participate in the robbery, bro?
Like Corey say though, Logic, they're not having an honest conversation.
But did you hear me say that, Chef? I said the people couldn't.
Like, what
waited all that time?
No, Brad said there was groups of people that freed themselves, and Logic said that means the people they got free from still participated in it, or they collaborated together.
See how you just
because you had to free. Hold on,
I said they had to free themselves from somebody.
Right. So you made them participate.
So you're going to harp on the word participate. And when I just told you I used the word wrong, you're going to go right back to saying, you're going to use another word. You're going to put another word in there and use it wrong, right? When you clearly see I'm trying to say that you have to free yourself from
participate.
I'm not here to chill, yo. Everybody seems combative to me, so maybe it's me.
I'm not combative. I'm not going to sleep well tonight if I don't get clarity on what made you say, like, what was your point and what led you up to say that? Just so I can be clear, because I missed that part. Like, what led you up?
What said what? What part did I say?
To say when you explained that the people that fought for their freedom, they got their freedom from somebody. Right?
Okay, so because I'm right. What's making that come about is that I'm basically like referring to a sentiment they have in their argument, right? Whereas if there have to be like a winner of sorts, right? So they try to find some way to word it, right, to where it's leaning in a particular direction. And I understand that. And I ain't really mad at it, but I see it. You feel me? So while I'm asking them to give me better words,
You waiting on a word that you can harp on, just like you mad at somebody harping on a word.
Let me finish what I'm saying, bro. No, well, if I'm doing it, I'm doing it on accident. I'm listening like y'all doing it on purpose, though.
You ain't never doing it on accident.
You call up, Tuck, because you throwing me off track. I'm losing track of what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because I'm still not.
I don't want to hear that shit.
Right. So the reason why I said that is because I'm simply just emphasizing, right, that like they can't enslave themselves. Like, just like I said, like whatever it is that they end up doing after that,
why
they
do
don't
you
do it
you could free yourself? But you could free yourself.
But I'm saying you still free yourself from somebody. Like that other group, you is in the story doing something. Right. So look, in our particular case, right? Like in our particular case, right? How would you describe it?
So
like even if you stay in the doorway,
Brad just told you a group of people.
See, that's why I gotta say it like that, boy, because I'm trying every other way to say it. Right, I'm running into all type of stuff, and I'm trying to sort it all out.
So what are we calling the other people? What are we calling them? The other people.
I'm like at this point,
we got our freedom from the people that was enslaved us. What are we calling
people? Right, we got our freedom from white people. I got a whole motherfucking.
Oh, I get what you're saying now. I get what you're saying now.
They wasn't acting like they wasn't talking about white people. Is that what you're saying? They were acting like they wasn't talking about.
No, Logic was on the bus with Chef that the white folks freed us. That people didn't take their freedom. That the white folks freed us, and they was heavy participant. That's what they was saying. Don't let them get off that now. That's what they were saying. And Brass gave them examples of people who took their freedom and didn't participate.
Who took their freedom?
And shit like and collaborate.
Right. See, that's what I'm saying.
Brass was saying the Haitians.
I gotta meet.
Example of Haitians.
The Ethiopians, any Maroon, and anybody in that circle, whether it's an individual, a group, or a nation. Yeah. So it could be one person freed themselves. Any person that took their freedom.
Black people.
What do you think, Chef? Do you think that we took our freedom without any sort of? But let it come on. Let's hear it out, Chef. Do you think that we took our quote unquote freedom without any sort of help or participation? What's your?
We definitely had help. Like that
ain't what he asked you.
Like, he did just ask that.
That's what I just asked.
I got it.
He said without that's not all, but not all free people were did that. That's not how all freedom worked. So it's not a blanket statement for everybody.
Yeah. That's what Brass
but they want to talk about the niggas. They want to talk about the niggas that got help, and we talking about the niggas that did. That's what. That's what we at right now.
Who didn't get help? Who didn't get help?
I ain't getting no motherfucking help, Chef.
No, I'm saying what African group? What enslaved African group? So hold on. So let's have an honest.
No, we didn't say group. Slow down. It could be an individual or a group. See, it ain't one thing. It ain't one thing. No, you trying to blanket everybody. You trying to blanket everybody.
Every 3 words hit to the point.
No, you trying to blanket everybody, bro.
They finna tiptoe around.
I thought we were only talking about groups.
I'm getting straight to it.
So you saying that, Chevron, is you saying without them white folks, them niggas would have never had no freedom? Is that what you telling me?
Yeah, I'm pretty much saying that we was outgunned.
You niggas were finna do a lot of tiptoeing through the tulips, and I ain't with that. Right now, I want to hear what you're saying for real. Now, okay, fight from there, y'all. Let's fight from that position. You know what I'm saying?
Now, even Haiti would be their biggest point. But y'all know that the French and the Spanish could have pulled back up and wiped them nigers out.
So the difference of the white man's heart.
Hold on. Hold on, what you saying?
No, I was saying, let you finish.
Smalls, I'm gonna say it. Fuck that hypothetical that you talking
No,
about.
let him finish. Let him finish. Let him finish.
Coulda.
Let him finish though.
Fuck that.
Well, he said out of the goodness of the white man's heart, they didn't pull back up and
right.
Go ahead.
Right.
And watch
Go
them
ahead.
niggas the fuck out.
But that's coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Thank God.
Hey,
Thank God.
Corey.
See, I was
Corey, that's that whataboutism. That's that whataboutism.
No.
Let Chef finish with the thank God.
No, I'm not trying to
Chef finish. Let Chef finish with the thank God statement he was getting ready to make. Go ahead, Chef. Thank God for what?
White man, because the white man was decent enough not to go pull back up on them niggas and bust their goddamn heads.
Thank the Lord.
Right. Niggas probably.
Oh shit.
And that's
a fucking nut, boy.
That's the truth that niggas don't want to hear, yo.
Man, let me buckle my goddamn seatbelt.
If y'all think France couldn't have pulled back up on Lord Haiti and leveled that motherfucker, yo, we're not having a realistic conversation.
Thank you, white man.
Fetty had his mic open. Then once that came out, he went up. Fetty, I get Fetty out of the car with you now, bro.
Fetty and tucked and rolled out the car.
Do you
now, what he's saying?
I mean, but do you have something more than a hypothetical, though, Chef? Like we finish it up. It's actually true.
No, that's real.
It's actually true. Yeah, that's true.
It's not. That's not what happened.
Yeah, but it is. But it's true that they could have, though.
It's a harsh truth, man.
Who knows what they could have done?
Boy, y'all hilarious.
Two things can be true. I agree with y'all side.
Niggas could have got free on their own. You wanna broach the coulda, shoulda, woulda.
The white man helped him out. They couldn't have got free.
He's saying the framework at which we got free, damn sure won in Africa. I think that's what he was saying too.
That ain't what he said, Fetty. Why you do that?
He did say that.
No, Fetty, he gonna make some.
Chef said thank the Lord. Chef said thank the Lord. That's all I heard.
I'm never leaving that spot. Like, that spot is great.
You know, good, fair white man.
That is a
no, shit. Corey, Chef is an agnostic that said thank the Lord. I heard him with my own 2 ears.
That beautiful talk to me because I don't understand it. So I'm gonna put it in my words, what I understand, right? So basically what I'm understanding is them niggas would have never had their asses free without the good white man. And matter of fact, thank God for the white man, right? Because he could have pulled up and bust them niggas' heads like they likely deserve.
Oh, shit.
If he ain't saying that, he need to correct me. You know, because that's what I hear. That's the way I'm hearing it now. So if he not saying that, he better speak up now or forever hold your peace.
No, you got it.
Hey, Corey. We got the same ears. We got the same ears.
That showed us sound like what he said.
That was a good translation, Corey. Now these niggas just got to be mad and deal with that shit.
Now y'all gotta fight from right there, because y'all been fighting from all over the place here. Now, Logic. Now you hear where you at now.
Corey.
You know where you at, Logic? Now I want you to fight now. Go ahead. The building went off. Beat Tuck up. Beat Tuck and the rest of them all up. And Brad, beat these niggas up. Go ahead, Logic. You and Shefford. I want to see you beat
Logic
them up.
better go back on mute. He better not.
Hey, Chef truly is the undead, yo. Y'all not finna beat this nigga, yo. Y'all not finna.
Man, I hope somebody in that barbershop.
He doubled down.
I left the barbershop.
He had to go outside and say that shit.
Like that.
You knew he had to go outside for a smoke. You say that shit.
Say that at his own barbershop.
His
They
that
would have tore
nigga
that motherfucker up.
quadruple down on that shit. He said, "Yeah, that nigga, that's a perfect translation." Oh shit,
Now
that
I'm
is
waiting for the
hilarious.
argument. I'm waiting for the argument to say
Y'all gotta
that
know
those treaties that hold on, that those treaties that France and them signed, you dig what I'm saying, didn't relinquish Haiti over to them people. They did that shit for them people, yo. Cause that shit could have got real fucking funky, yo. That shit could have got real funky for them niggas. No, oh my God. Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right. It wouldn't have been nobody left on that motherfucking island. It wouldn't have been nobody left on that motherfucking
I
island.
need somebody to prove them wrong. Like somebody need
If
to
you
prove
Google it, it's going to tell you they freed themselves. Yeah.
Somebody got to do it now.
But
My
it's just
self-esteem.
hypothetical.
I'm about needing to go to the barbershop because my self-esteem is dropping. My self-esteem is every time my self-esteem is low, I go to the barbershop. So like
hey, don't go to Chef's
Don't go to his
barbershop,
barbershop.
please.
You're gonna leave.
Don't
You're
go
gonna
to
leave
his
something worse if you go to Chef's
Let me
barbershop.
ask y'all this. Y'all ever get into a fight over something that you don't value as much no more? You feel me? But
Yeah, we
you
doing it
hold
right
on
now.
In Zinga. Yeah, like in
No,
Zinga.
just mow them down.
so you hold on to it and you fight for it, but you don't got the same value for it no motherfucking more. So if somebody really take it out your hand, you can really go take it back from them. But it's like, yo, is that shit really worth it? You feel me? But
Oh, you know, hypothetical. The hypothetical.
Yo, that's what it. Yo,
You gotta give us an
was.
example. I don't know what you talking about.
Yo, that's
You
what
gotta give us an
it
example.
was, yo. I'm
Give us an
sorry
example.
to tell y'all that.
Experience
It's a great
gave me an
beacon.
example of the hypothetical.
It is a great beacon of liberation, and I don't want to take that away from none of us.
You taking it away, nigga?
Yeah, because y'all forcing me to.
No, I'm not.
Y'all
I
forcing
ain't force you to lick that boo.
Don't you fight back. Don't you fight back, Chef. Don't you dare fight back.
Y'all the truth.
Yeah.
And there was
truth is relative. Truth is relative.
Hypothetical, Chef. You didn't even give us the proof. That's a hypothetical.
Yeah. I need an example
my
for that.
all the time, like, Granny, don't argue, don't pick a fight with me about religion because I'm gonna end up having to tell you the truth, Granny. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But wait. Now hold on.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, wait. Now, Chef is actually what he's doing, and I'm help y'all out before he does it to y'all. There's a contradiction in your argument. Oh, am I?
Hold on need no goddamn help. I don't need no help with Chef.
No. Listen, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. But Chef ain't talking about
it. Well, listen. Here's the thing. On one hand, that y'all are saying that they freed us, and it had nothing to do with morals, right? They did it for their own advantage, and yada yada yada, blah blah blah, right? But then on the other hand, you're saying that no, they ain't have nothing to do with it, and we fought for it, and we just took that shit. So
No. We were saying that it was the same morals that they used to enslave people. It wasn't no new moral,
right.
Things that they did. It was the same morals they used. They knew the shit was wrong from the beginning, but they justified it. And then at the end, they used them same morals, knowing it's wrong, and claim, oh, now we're smarter and we know more, and we realize it was the same morals used on both ends too.
But that's what I'm saying. That would indicate participation.
I mean,
that
would still indicate.
Yeah, but not for everyone, right? Not for all people who were enslaved. That's what we're saying.
Don't want to do it.
Yeah, but it seems to me that what Tuck Bahat, if this is what you're saying, Tuck, or if it's not what you're saying, correct me. It seems like you're saying that, like, nah, we just took that shit, and white people had nothing to do with it, and that's why I find sort of a dilemma in that statement, because I don't see how they did something for advantageous reasons, but then at the same time they didn't do anything at all, and we just took it. Like I don't see how both of those things
I never
work.
said the other part of that. I don't know where you getting that from. Who said
Okay,
the other part?
that's why I said
that. I ain't never said a nigga help me do
Don't
shit.
y'all know they never got free though?
Come
on.
Well, that's
That's
right. Yeah.
This was never like y'all can call it liberation or all y'all want to, right? But these niggas never got free. What they did was that, and it wasn't out of the goodness of the white man's heart. See, y'all let him run off. Y'all let Chef run off. Now I gotta pick the dot. I gotta fight the battle for you.
Like Juneteenth, what's Juneteenth for?
Hold on, listen. They pull up on the niggas. It ain't. They didn't say, "Oh, well, we ain't gonna bust you niggas' heads." Now we got the ability to bust you niggas' heads, but we not gonna bust you niggas' heads because we don't bust niggas' heads. We nice folk. We nice white folk, right? No, that ain't what had happened, right? What they said is, no nigga, we not gonna bust your head unless you don't get us that motherfucking paper route for the next 60 years. Right. Now, pay tribute. You niggas pay tribute for the next 60 years, or guess what? I'm gonna run up in that motherfucker and you gonna wish you had never met me before. That's what them white boys told them. See, y'all let Chevron run on down the lane on y'all. You know what I mean? Come on now, y'all got to beat now. Let's work it up here, because my self-esteem was going down.
Yeah, I don't know.
Chef know all of that though.
Them niggas just got through paying tribute yesterday. I mean, literally, they just got done paying tribute yesterday, and you gonna let this nigga come on here and tell y'all how the good white man let them
good white man free nation.
Here's my only thing. For whatever reason it was for, Corey.
Shep been on the road. Shep been on a motherfucking road. That's what his ass been doing. I wonder what's going on in Shep's life to where he
Listen. Every couple of days out of the week, Chef does his Chef X thing. That's what he's doing right now. But anyway, let's entertain it. My only thing is though, when people I don't like the fantastical thinking, right? Like don't give me fantasy shit. But like when it's like, I don't know who was saying it earlier. We won that shit and we just took it from them and nobody had. Like I don't know. I mean, you can't be like.
You're not
that's what happened.
Okay, maybe I missed something. I'm not sure. But wait, I'm not sure if it was you I was referring to. But go ahead and explain it. Go ahead.
Listen, many persons in this room say we participated in our own freedom. Do you understand when you say somebody participated in their own freedom? Imagine the World Athletics Championship is on now, and they have 100-meter race, and they're saying that, oh, these niggas participated in their freedom for slavery. We didn't participate. We won that shit. No, you want to hit
it's
your
impossible not to.
And say, oh, we helped you. We helped you because we were kind, good white folks. No, they did not. They freed us because they realized that we were about to tear shit up. Because we were tearing shit up in America.
The rebellion.
Stop talking and listen. Listen more. Listen more.
I didn't mean to interrupt you. Yeah, I was just saying. Yeah, what you're saying was correct. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm disappointed in Brass, especially. I don't believe he let Chevron run off down the road for hours like that.
Corey, I've come to realize in this Discord, I'm only one man, bro.
I'm sorry I interrupted you.
Once Steph started talking,
my bad.
Once Steph started talking, fucking Logic, Smalls, Tony, Fatty. I was fighting.
Yeah, I forgot Tony was in here.
I
was fighting like 9 niggas, bro.
That's how I had to come in, Brad.
Thank you, Tuck. Tuck pulled up. I appreciate you, bro.
Hey, Brad, here's the thing.
Only thing
like,
I'm missing is
I'm just trying to flush it out.
Then we can make it fair.
I'm just trying to flush it out. Like I really don't know where to stand on this anymore. I really don't.
I know, because that Baltimore, bro, it's because it's that Baltimore magic, bro.
Yeah, I really don't. I don't know how. I don't know where I'm at with it anymore.
That's that back alley bullshit.
But yeah, I cut Stu Peas off though. Like,
he's gonna come back with a dagger. He reading right now.
Yeah, hey, Corey, with a dagger his fighting style. He be quiet. He'll listen to all our talking points. He'll be chat GPT and giving niggas Jewish tapers and shit. Then he pray to white Jesus and come back in here with more European bullshit. And as soon as he start talking, Roger's gonna say, "Yep," and Small's gonna say, "Yep." Yep. Them niggas be going and looking like, wait a minute, did they drop? Did the Brits do that shit? Hold on, let me ask White Jesus.
Yeah. Hey, Brad.
But guys, I cut Stu Peas slap off trying to agree with him, and I want to pop, but Stu Peas.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Stu Peas. I ain't know.
Oh man, my bad.
He's fighting for his life. I'm proud of him. Shit, I know it's wrong. Every time I leave, I feel like I'm leaving Stu Peas by himself.
No. Tuck is in there, no. So Tuck can't carry the load.
Hey, Stu Peas, this shit had you arguing with your Jamaican brethren. You and Anathema was going at it. I know, Chef.
I almost called him a cool. You don't realize I almost asked him if he have the because.
Hey, that was funny when Hicks called him out though. Hicks was like, "Yeah, y'all
keep saying you're You keep saying that you're gonna apologize for cutting Stu Peas off. You just keep doing that shit. That shit funny as hell.
Bro, I'm telling you, it's because of the delay. I'm telling you, that's what it is, bro. I don't know who's talking. Yeah,
like this white savior complex that we have, that we're going to now give white people the medal for saving us. I prefer drown. I don't jump off of the slave ship in the Atlantic Ocean. No, never. I'm going to give them any. You kick me in my face and get me up and brush off the face and say, "Good boy, Stu Peas. You can take a kick to the face." You're so good, you can take a kick to the face. He said, "Yes, master." "Oh, you fix my face up, master." Oh, I appreciate
Thank you, sir. Can I please have another?
Hey, Corey, they called the black people absolutely insane for jumping off the slave ship. They said, well, we're giving them the opportunity to swim in the middle of the ocean. No, nigga. Hey, you know what? Don't worry about them. No. They just rather swim in the middle of the ocean with the sharks than be a slave. But that's liberation.
That's a thing. We liberated them so they can jump off the ship in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. All these kind black people, they brought these kind black people must be thankful because they civilized us. All these British, these Westerners gave us Christianity. Thank you, Jesus. My soul and my body, my soul is everlastingly in peace.
Hey, Steve,
this is alien self-disorder.
I was at work boiling listening to this shit. Oh my God. I was at work bubbling over. I said, fuck this job. The chef need to hear that. Fuck.
That nigga was building a casket.
Make you want to log off, build somebody in the face, bro. This gonna make you log off, go find somebody and punch him in the fucking face. Straight up. Shit crazy, bro.
Because Brass, I gotta listen to make sure Chef being serious sometimes. Logic too. I gotta listen long enough to where I can put together, oh, these niggas serious. The no oppression, Brass. I'm sorry I left you. I'm sorry I left you by yourself, Brass.
No, and you
Chef be wanting you to talk him out of that. Though.
Yeah. Chef is only bringing up ideas so you can talk him out of it, and then he can't believe that you can't. It's so wild. He like, y'all can't beat.
But
this
he run out. He
like,
run out as soon as I'm boiling. He run out.
But what happens is he got to give up them Jewish tapers. But the
He said he left the barbershop.
he left the barbershop. But what happened though is, this how chefs get away with this shit. He'll start off on Monday saying that oppression don't exist at all, and because ain't nobody kill him for that shit, then he come back with this bullshit. See, this is crazy.
He doubled down. He's Chef X.
Small, we are around the corner from Chef telling us that slavery was a choice. I'm telling you. There's no question he gonna wake up tomorrow and say, slavery was a choice.
Listen, if y'all niggas don't start making better arguments,
see, look, you just sitting there, bro.
Hey,
that nigga is sick, bro.
You can't appeal to my emotions and then want me to be logical. Don't do that, Chef.
You know what? You know what, Brad?
Logic saying for the life. I'm trying. Yeah, I can't figure out what Logic says for the life of me, and I wish I could, because normally I can, but I can't figure out what Logic talking. I hope
Chef ain't set us up.
They had to get the freedom from somebody. I like, what is he saying?
Why do he keep saying that?
He just keeps saying no, because I say the whole shit, and then he'll just say, "But who did they get it from?" I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't know what you mean. The why don't matter. The why don't matter, bro.
The why is the most important. The why is the most important.
Oh God,
Brash and Tuck. I hope this nigga's not setting us up right, because I swear to God, like I was the whole day, I'm like, maybe Chef got a point. I'm really thinking about it. I'm on Team Chef. And then this nigga keep leaving.
Because I know
this nigga keep leaving.
You know why you keep flip-flopping though? Because every time Chef leaves, I come back. Every time Chef leaves, I come back, and then you hear an actual argument. And then as soon as I leave, Chef gonna give his argument.
You didn't get me beat up all day, yo.
No, I leave so y'all can get y'all points together and really get y'all shit
on. You doing research. You doing research. I know what you're doing.
No, I'm listening.
He's giving us a handicap. He's giving y'all a handicap.
Let me turn my camera on.
Show me what you're doing.
I'm over here buying towels
in the white man's Walmart.
Yeah, white towels at that. You buying white towels. You just ignorant, bro. You got white towels.
The white towels soft,
You probably got on some white.
There ain't no niggas in Baltimore that you buy towels from. There ain't a nigga in Baltimore, Maryland.
The only time black people use white towels is at a hotel, nigga. Don't nobody buy white
towels. In the white towel section. He couldn't get the blue towel. He couldn't get a blue towel.
Hey, Tuck, he had the towel out. Look at all that good cotton handiwork. Look at all that good cotton.
Look at that good handiwork. Look at that good handiwork.
Look at all our handiwork. Look at all this liberation. Look at all this good white liberation.
Generational wealth.
Hey, Tuck, he gonna go to the sheets next. Look at this. If I don't want no Egyptian